County is RoCo Radio. Find us live on your favorite social media app at RoCoRadio.com and on the Live 365 app on your mobile device by searching for RoCo Radio. Local sports coverage on RoCo Radio is made possible thanks to you, our supporters and fans, and the fans of local athletes and coaches across our area. It's also made possible thanks to the wonderful small businesses that believe in our coverage, believe in our community, and believe in local athletes. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Penrose Car Wash at 1509 South Scales in Reidsville has been serving the Reidsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Penrose Car Wash, open 24/7, and find us on Facebook. Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 3 years in a row. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Cooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Morehead at 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Cooler Ice dispenser at Schul's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville at 1509 South Scale Street or Two Rivers Plaza in Eden at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Cooler Ice, great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons at Cooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your Nice's sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. High school basketball coverage on RoCo Radio is brought to you by Two Rivers Plaza. Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today at Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items, such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, the chuck wagon, and so much more at Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout. High school basketball on RoCo Radio is made possible thanks to Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987, providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey. When greater comfort and rapid response matter most. Make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local basketball teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Local basketball coverage is also made possible thanks to our friends at Rockingham Update, the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion and broadcast, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. Providing digital community news on all platforms since 2007, RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. We now head courtside with Joe Nexer and David Woods on the call and RoCo Radio basketball coverage on RoCoRadio.com.
Nasty rain, cold temperatures, but it's warm here at Morehead High School inside the gymnasium as we bring you basketball action on RoCo Radio. Joe Dexter, David Woods. First, it's varsity girls basketball. The Panthers hosting the Rams in what was a colossal matchup. The first time a 1-point win for Morehead on the road, a comeback victory at Reidsville. We'll look for that rematch coming up here in just under 11 minutes. David, though, big news today. Big news, the pencils in Columbus. And I'm getting this out of the way. I'm not waiting for pop shots later. I'm getting it out of the way now.
I'm absolutely happy you brought this up. So it's been a good week in sports, ladies and gentlemen. You got John Rocker and Pat Mahomes' dad trying to beat each other up in New Orleans.
Did you see they're going to be rough and rowdy?
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Oh, okay.
You got Jim Tressel, the lieutenant governor for Ohio.
Yes, sir.
And last but not least, my favorite one, because my partner has been blasting me since Belichick has been hired about Matt Patricia being the defensive coordinator or a part of the Tar Heels, which will not happen because he is a part of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Good luck with that.
Hey, partner, you ever heard the saying karma is a...
Oh, and you got it.
Payback is also a...
100 times.
Matt Patricia, the new DC for my Ohio State Buckeyes. He already ruined my Detroit Lions, so let's see what he can do in Columbus. I'm looking forward to it. But tonight, we've got high school basketball on the slate. It's the 3-15 Lady Panthers, 3-7 inside the conference against the 3-16 Reidsville Lady Rams, 2-9 inside the Mid-State 2A, and then coming up in the nightcap, the 22-0 Reidsville Rams taking on the Morehead Panthers at 10-12. Let's start with a preview of the boys' game. So it started strong for Morehead this year. They get some big wins in the holiday tournament here at Morehead High School. They face some tough opponents. Then they continue to build and continue to play strong. We saw them early against West Stokes on the road. They drop a tough win in conference. But since that point, they've competed in this conference, sitting right now in 4th place.
Yes, sir. And, they've got a humongous opportunity, not for tonight, for the next 2 weeks. So they're sitting at number 32 right now in the RPI from what I looked at today. So they got Reidsville tonight, who is sitting at number 1. You got Walkertown at number 15. So, if they could get 1 out of 2, at least, if they can get Walkertown, but if they can get both, man, that's an automatic they're in. That's just the way it is. But, we've seen a little confrontation the last time that we saw these two teams. It's just a little friendly rivalry action. You got players, once they get fouled out or technical fouls, they wave at the crowd and say goodbye. See you later.
Oh, my gosh.
But no, this ought to be a fun matchup tonight. I always love the good old-fashioned Morehead and Reidsville rivalry. It's always a fun. You're always going to see something all the time. So I'm happy. I'm excited for this.
You look at breaking that game down, it was a very, very contested game in the first quarter.
Yes,
24-14, ended up being 94-58. You mentioned the game picking up 1 of 2 in the last 2 games. that Walkertown game. We would have loved to have been here on Friday, but we needed a little break, so we took a break.
Yeah.
And I watched the game on NFHS afterwards. It went to overtime.
Yes, it did. It went to overtime. I think it wound up being an 8-point victory for Walkertown that night. I think it was 70-62, something like that. Close ball game. So I mean, Morehead's got a chance, to take at least 1 out of 2. But man, I go back to Avery Bigelow. What was his one thing that he wanted to do before his career was over? He wanted to beat Reidsville. Tonight's the night. I mean, what you're going to have to do with Reidsville, we know you're going to have to slow the game down tremendously, because once they get in that fast break and they get to rolling, oh boy, you better watch out, because ain't nobody stopping that train. But you got to put them in the half court. You've got to keep them in the half court, and you've just got to slow it down. I mean, I don't know if I would play full court. I mean, I don't know if you could play zone. I don't know if you could play man-to-man, but you got to do something.
17 points per game for Bigelow, the senior. 10 rebounds per game as well, averaging a double-double, 2 blocks per game as well for the senior. One of just 3 seniors on this boys' squad. Let's switch to the girls. You look at that game that we saw. It started 14-3 in favor of Reidsville last time, a 26-15 lead by Reidsville at the half, but storming back was Destiny Minter and company for Morehead. Minter had 29 points in their last matchup.
Yeah, I mean, she was just she's come on strong, man. It's really made a difference for Morehead. Like I said, they went down early in the last matchup and then stormed right back and wound up winning a very tight ball game for their first win of the year. And, we've seen some very good things out of Morehead, especially Destiny Minter. She's averaging 15.7 points a game, 4.2 rebounds, and 2.5 steals. And, you've got, complementary players in Martin. She's averaging almost 4 points a game. You got Morales, who's averaging 5 points. So there's some pieces there that they can work with for sure. And then on the Reidsville side, we know what we're going to get on the Reidsville side. We got, Andrea Blackwell. She lights it up from 3. You got Denaria Blackwell. Looks like I've seen her tonight. She's going to be playing. Yep, she's going to be playing tonight. Tink Slade's really stepped up big. Shy Dalton, Mackenzie Land, she's played some good solid minutes. So I look forward to be another tight matchup tonight, and it wouldn't surprise me if we go to overtime tonight, partner.
Ooh, wouldn't that be something? When you look at the county games inside the 2A conference, McMichael versus Morehead, McMichael versus Reidsville, Reidsville versus Morehead, Reidsville versus McMichael. They've all been real close and down to the wire.
They have, for sure, especially on the girls' side. It's all been down to the wire. I mean, it's just everything right now is close competition as far as the girls. When you look at the guys, I mean, Reidsville's in a whole league by itself, and then you got McMichael and Morehead and Rockingham. They're right there with each other. They're not far off. But yeah, I'm always excited to come here, and a place where I graduated, and I'm a Morehead alum.
You got that Panther pride?
I got the Panther pride. But hey, Reidsville stole my heart too. I mean, they have Rockingham, McMichael as well. I mean, it's just I love being around all 4 of these high schools, man. It is an absolute pleasure.
Stay tuned. We've got some more news as far as sports coverage coming up after basketball. We'll be on some sort of diamond or something?
That's it. Hey, RoCo Radio's taking it to a whole nother level, man. At first, you were just sticking with football, and that was the bread and butter. And then we're like, you know what? Hey, let's just keep going. So then basketball the first year for RoCo Radio. That's a big plus. And now you're going to be on the diamond doing some baseball action. That man, I'm telling you, we got you covered all the way around across Rockingham County and just about every sport we can possibly do. And, we appreciate all the sponsorship. We appreciate, everybody that listens in to us. It's been just building relationships, not being able to see your faces all the time, but just building the relationships through comments and, just talking back and forth with fans. It's been amazing.
That being said, we are an interactive broadcast. If you're want to let us know where you're listening in, we have a fun comment section as well. Make sure you're commenting during the game as Melita joins us. Hey, Melita, glad to see you in the comments as well. And besides baseball and softball, we'll also be here. We'll be here for your conference tournament coverage in the Mid-State 2A and 3A. Now we're just 2 teams. There's going to be a lot of games being played. We're not going to be able to cover every single game. Some of those ones on the road, unfortunately, we won't be able to cover as well, as both conference tournaments are split, so boys and girls holding different tournaments. It'll also be in different places, especially in those first few rounds.
Yeah.
But you can guarantee if our teams make it to that championship round, we will be there, both teams. We'll make sure to be able to cover that, and we'll bring you as much conference tournament basketball as you can, as well as playoff action coming up. Not too shortly. It's right around the corner, not too long from now.
Yes, it is. I mean, we got it just next week, and we'll be hitting the ground running for conference tournament, and then we'll get deep in the playoffs and try to make our way to Lawrence Joel Coliseum.
It's the Two Rivers Plaza Cooler Ice pregame show. Two Rivers Plaza is Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses. Located at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today. Two Rivers Plaza is your premier source for small business services. And Cooler Ice, looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Cooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan, 6734 and C135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Cooler Ice dispenser at Schul's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Ben Rhodes Car Wash in Reidsville, at 1509 South Scale Street, or Two Rivers Plaza in Eden at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Cooler Ice, great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations, 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons at Cooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. So let's break down. We talked the conference tournament. We kind of already know how it's going to look for the Mid-State 2A girls tournament. Number 1, Andrews at 10-0 will get a bye in the first round. Basically, this is how I feel it's going to. There might be some impact, but we're going to see a county rivalry, I think, in that conference tournament in the first round. Walkertown, the number 7 seed, will take on North Forsyth, the number 2 seed in the first round. Number 6, Reidsville, most likely. Now, things can change. But Reidsville at the 6th seed most likely will take on West Stokes, and McMichael and Morehead will meet at 4 and 5 seeds. Again, things can change, but that's how it looks. It's almost wrapped up.
Yeah.
It's the Lady Panthers 3-15 and 3-7, the Mid-State 2A versus the Reidsville Lady Rams at 3-16 and 2-9. In the conference. As we head down courtside, we get you your starting lineups and Star Spangled Banner here tonight at Morehead High School.
Our officials for this evening's contest are Lyle Smith, Franklin Johnson, and Seth Louie. And here are your starting lineups for this evening's contest. First, for the visiting Lady Rams of Reidsville High School. Starting at guard, freshman, number 11, Denaria Blackwell. And at guard, junior, number 15, Ty Lee. Starting at forward, freshman, number 24, Andrea Blackwell. Starting at guard, senior, number 4, Shania Jumper. And starting at forward, senior, number 30, Micaiah Slade. Lady Rams are led by head coach Deanna Solomon and assistant coaches Serena Hooker, Henry Mullins, and Ivan Quartz. And here's your starting lineup for the Lady Panthers of Morehead High School. Starting at guard, senior, number 2, Aaliyah Parker. And at guard, senior, number 11, Jayana Caper. And at forward, senior, number 23, Victoria Williams. And at forward, senior, number 32, Benija Thomas. center, senior number 12, Anahita Morales. And the Lady Panthers led by head coach Corey Gibson and assistant coaches Mary Shelton.
So here we go. Your starting lineups: Denaria Blackwell, Andrea Blackwell, Shania Jumper, Tink Slade, and Taisha Lee for the Reidsville Rams, led by head coach Deanna Solomon. And for the Lady Panthers, it's the seniors: Anahi Morales Servin, Victoria Williams, Denijah Thomas, Jayana Capel, and Aaliyah Parker. Glad to have you along from Morehead High School. The finale for the Lady Rams, one more for the Lady Panthers following this Thursday at Walkertown. Servin with the tip, wins it for Morehead. Right to left for the Panthers. Far side pass for Williams is stolen by Denaria Blackwell. Right up the court, left to right.
Oh,
can't get the easy lay-in.
Good to see her back. She's been out for the last, couple of games.
So inbound for Slade on the baseline, just underway. Nothing score. Here in the first quarter, right into Jumper. Two hands. Count it. Panthers in their home whites with the checkering down the sides in red and white with black trim on that checkering. Far side pass is stolen by Denaria Blackwell. Bounce pass to Andrea Blackwell to the lane. Draws a foul to the line as the Rams move left to right.
Good
senior night here at Morehead High School.
Yes, sir. Good Euro step right there. Got Denaria Blackwell making her presence felt. She's been out the last couple of games.
Andrea Blackwell to the line to shoot two. First one won't roll in. We'll see Destiny Minter check in for Morehead. We will also see Madeline Wade in. Yep, Madeline Wade checks in. Off the front iron, rebound to Minter. Off the floor, right to left. Near side, Williams on the wing, loses handle. Slade almost stole it. Knocked away by Jumper in the hands of Williams. He'll go out of bounds on the pass attempt near side. So Rams basketball as Taisha Lee inbounds. The Rams in their gold road uniforms with blue numbering and lettering. And blue trim on the side of the uniforms. Near side wing, Andrea Blackwell.
There
it
is.
Pass from Lee is good. Three-pointer for Blackwell.
And Reidsville's picking up with a full court press, and they're backing off just a little bit.
The Panthers coached by head coach Corey Gibson. Minter hands it off to Wade. Now in the corner on the handoff back to her. Long shot on the three. On the baseline, a rebound for Jumper knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Reidsville. Reidsville will inbound on the baseline and move left to right past the timeline. Denaria Blackwell, the freshman, with the basketball. Far side corner, Slade, three, splash.
Wow.
Back-to-back threes for Reidsville, Blackwell and Slade. 8-0 lead to start things off for the Rams.
Yeah, I feel like you got to get Destiny Minter going right here. Maybe set some pick and roll action.
Passy here in the corner from Minter to Williams. Williams dribbles it up the floor to the top of the key, just off the logo now. Covered tightly by Jumper. Back to the basket, trying to find some room.
Over and back. Or I didn't see a foul.
Inbound for the Rams. With a timeout from Coach Gibson and the Morehead Panthers. 8-0 lead. A three for Andrea Blackwell, a three for Tink Slade and Shania Jumper with the opening points of the night. Your Coach Gibson, remember what happened last time? We let them get a 14-3 lead to start this one.
Yeah.
Let's slow things down. Let's play our pace and get back in this game.
And that's what I would do for sure. Yeah, like last time, I feel like it feels like deja vu all over again. But, once you get Destiny Minter started, get her in rhythm, get her in tune, and she starts facilitating the basketball, you could slow things down, play the Morehead way, instead of, letting Reidsville run and gun. Let's see if she draws something up for Minter right here.
Last time these two met at Reidsville High School, a 52-51 win late into overtime for the Panthers. I just missed overtime, didn't it? It was a 4-quarter game.
Yeah, it was a 4-quarter game. It just missed it, but anything goes in this rivalry right here. You never know what's going to happen.
Lead to inbound near side, just in front of the timeline, left to right. Denaria Blackwell passes it on the inbound. From the wing, right into the paint, past two defenders. And we'll have a travel call.
Travel.
How about this, David? Denaria Blackwell, freshman. Andrea Blackwell, freshman. Future's bright for Reidsville.
Yes, it is.
Minter takes it right to left. Minter right to the bucket on the baseline. Now passes it to the free throw line. Morales serving for two off the glass.
And that's been a player from Morehead that's picked things up.
8-2 as the pass goes into the paint, bounces, and goes out of bounds.
How about my man Jim Sands ducking and diving over there? Good job. Go, Jim.
5:41 to play here in the first. 6-point lead for the visiting Reidsville Lady Rams. Morris will inbound for the Panthers. High inbound above the head of Minter. She picks up the dribble. Bounce pass inside to Morales. Servin draws the foul to the line for the senior, Anahi Morales Servin.
She'll go to the free throw line shooting two.
Beautiful facility here at Morehead High School. And you could run a regional game here. You could.
So I don't know if you know. Well, you wasn't in this part of the area back then, but, they used to have at the home side, and I remember this plain as day. I don't know what they did with it. I think they'd done away with it altogether. But there used to be a flat surface that used to be like made out of wood. It had a Morehead Panther emblem on the front of it. And they would set it up at the very top up there for, my grandpa and his brother to set it up and whoever else wanted to film. And it was just a flat surface that you walked on. But I think they've done away with it because
I think it's in the archives somewhere because Coach Blackwell had mentioned it to me that if we need it, he could set it up.
Yeah, it's big. It's pretty big. It's a good size for at least two teams.
Both free throws not good for Morales Servin. Reidsville basketball jump ball actually on the opposite side after the rebound.
Oh, it's a lot of things at this school in the archives I need to get my hands on for sure. Like that tape room.
Baseline inbound, jumper shot doesn't fall on the inbound from Slade. Jump ball force, Madeline Wade, Shania jumper. Possession arrow this time in favor of the Panthers, so Morris will inbound. Yeah, there's a lot of history in this school.
Yes, it
without
is.
a doubt. I think I read somewhere the capacity in this gym is 2,600.
It should be about right. Yes, it is. Should be about right.
Far side, back to the basket, Minter. Now back to the top of the key. One dribble, Morris to the elbow. Morales serving. Her pass is knocked away. Blackwell with the steal. Wide open paint. Easy lay-in with one hand. Denaria Blackwell's first 2 points of the night. 10-2 lead for the Lady Rams. 4:39 to play here in the first. Far side for Minter. Now works her way to the timeline. Signals in the offense. Passes midcourt. Right to left for the Panthers. Far side to elbow, drive, and a foul.
And there you go. That's the way to get her going right there. Get her to the free throw line. Let her get her a couple of baskets right here. Get things going.
Minter had 29 points in the first matchup between these two teams. Looking for her first of the night. First free throw's good. Yeah, I think I saw that watching archives of the 90s teams and the 80s teams, interviews with Coach Harder and interviews with
I'm going to tell
Donnie
you,
Seals, all kinds of.
I have got to get you linked up with Coach Harder.
That'd be
I
awesome.
have got to get you linked up with him. You would really appreciate that, man. I'm telling you.
There's some great archive footage on YouTube of past games as Mackenzie Land gets the elbow jumper for two. Who's the coach before Coach Harder? Do you know?
Well, I could call the old man, and he knows. I don't know who it was before Coach Harder, but I know he was our AD when I was in school to start out.
Bounce pass, trying to save it as Blackwell on the far sideline. Minter gets it on the far side wing up the floor. Now a battle between her and Shania Jumper. jump ball, possession arrow in favor of the Panthers.
You know, his son, Matt Harder, he went to coach at, I think it was Northwest Guilford, if I'm not mistaken. He took him to a deep run. I know it was one of the Guilford teams. He was in Greensboro.
I saw an interview, and it was a coach. It wasn't Coach Harder, but it was following almost at the resurgence of this gym. I'm trying to remember who it was. Inbound goes to Minter. Looks for the hook pass. It's stolen. Blackwell up the floor. Denaria Blackwell easy lay. Oh, she missed it. She missed the bunny. Pass is stolen by Land at midcourt on the pass attempt by Martin. 3:33 to play here in the first. Reidsville 12 and Morehead 4. Up the floor, bounce pass to the free throw line for Shania Jumper of Reidsville. Left to right, in the corner for Andrea Blackwell. Bounce pass to Denaria Blackwell on the wing, covered by Williams. Blackwell drives, loses handle, takes the jumper in the paint. Off the back iron, goes out of bounds. And it'll go the other way. Morehead basketball. Yeah, you can catch the Oak Hill matchup from back in the 90s on YouTube.
Oh, man, I'm going to tell you. So my grandpa, they done back-to-back state championships, and one of them was at Chapel Hill. He got the opportunity to film down there. And that's on the that will be on YouTube as well, 92, 93.
Yep. Look, we're in the middle of the game, and I'm searching because I need to know.
What are you looking for?
The coach that I saw talk.
I tell you what.
Oh, you know what it was? It was right here. Stolen by Minter. Up the floor, right to left. Looks for her teammate Martin. Instead goes to the glass. Can't get it to fall. A little extra on the shot. Gets her own rebound. No good for Minter. Far side rebound for Dawson. We'll find it. There's Coach Harder right there. There's that championship you were talking about. Far side for Minter. Gets back to Minter, far side. Jumper is no good and out of bounds. David's over here making the extra call to find out if we can get the answer.
He said he couldn't remember who it was before Coach Harder. He's dealt with a lot of Coach Harder. That's who they dealt with a whole lot. I'm not sure. We'll have to get some research on that.
We'll find it here. Minter with the lay-in, can't get it to fall. Rebound to Land. 12-4 lead for Reidsville. Up the floor, left to right. Blackwell goes in the lane, knocked away. Morris and Morales serving with the defense. It'll stay with the Rams. I'll find it here. I know I saw it somewhere. It might have been after Coach Harder, too. Right inside for Land. Rebound on the miss by Williams. But I thought I was pretty sure that Coach Blackwell's the coach after Coach Harder.
He was, I'm sure.
Okay, so it's not him.
Yeah.
Far side for Morris. Looking inside. Morales serving on the baseline. Turns. Her jumper won't fall. Rebound Denaria Blackwell. Up the floor left to right. Right to the paint. Bounce it outside to Blackwell. Blackwell covered by Martin. And we'll have a timeout from Coach Solomon of the Rams. 12-4 lead. 1:27 to play here in the first. The Lady Rams with the lead. Let's see if we can find it here.
Man, now you got me looking.
Yeah, I don't want to bring any offense or nothing, but he had a mullet.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know who that could have been.
Maybe it wasn't a mullet.
I'm not sure when my
87-88 is when it would have been, I think.
87,
Whatever you do.
So that would have been, all right.
After one, 12-4 lead. for the Lady Rams. Takes Slade for 3. Off the glass, rebound inside Dawson. Can't get the putback. Bounces all the way just off the low post. Far side lands. Third opportunity doesn't fall. Rebound to the Panthers. Destiny Minter gets the basketball. Works to the timeline, right to left. Near side in the corner. Martin 3. Got it. Asia Martin for 3. 12-7. Slade handles the basketball for Reidsville, left to right. Denaria Blackwell taking a bit of a breather here. Andrea Blackwell from the wing for 3. It's short, rebound just under the hoop by Morris. 41 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
All right, let's see if we can get a pick and roll action right here. Here we go.
Nice little screen for Minter. Gets it to Martin. Now inside, the pass to Morales. Serving is long. Goes in the hands of Andrea Blackwell. Right up the floor with the finger roll. Yeah, the video I saw was them. They were the team of the week. And they talked to the coach, and we'll find it out.
I'll do some texting right now real quick.
Minter to Martin. Far side wing. In and out on the 2. Slade battles for it, but Williams brings it home. Second opportunity for the Morehead offense. 3 from Martin won't fall, so we end the first. A 14-7 lead for Reidsville. You know, I've been away from the comments so long, there might be somebody yelling it in the comments. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our friends at Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years at 111 Boone Road. Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split, or choose from one of our many menu items, such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, a chuck wagon, and so much more at Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In, 111 Boone Road, near the roundabout. After one, a 14-7 lead for the Rams.
All right, so speaking to my dad, before Coach Harder, it was Coach David Price.
Okay, so
I don't know.
It wasn't him.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll have to.
I'll meant to
write. This is when you get older. You need to write things down.
Well, see, you're the man. I'm telling you, this dude.
I normally can pull that stuff up.
Don't let this man get your birth date, because then he'll find your Social Security number. He'll find your checking account number. He'll find all your stuff that you need to find, and he finds it like in a split second. This dude used to be a reporter. He knows what he's doing.
Blackwell 3 is good.
Oh man, you get her lit up. It's gonna be on.
8 points for Blackwell. 17-7 lead for the Rams as we start the second quarter. Minter with the crossover between the legs, picked up by Jumper. Far side wing. Gets it in just off the elbow. Serving back to the basket. Back out to her point guard. Minter looks in the paint for the free throw.
Oh,
Jumper.
here we go. Now it's starting to go back and forth. Here we go.
17-9 Reidsville. Denaria Blackwell back in the game for the Rams. Loses handle of it. And it's going to be over and back. Taisha Martin to inbound for the Panthers. Just past midcourt. Panthers moving right to left here in the first half. 7:18 to play here in the second. Pass near side to Williams. Williams works her way to the top of the key. Passes high above the head of Martin. Saves it in the corner. Just off the mid-court line. To Minter. Far side wing. Back to the basket. Covered by Blackwell. And we'll have a foul. No, Coach Blackwell probably knows.
Oh, you know he'd know. So would Principal Tuggle. He would know too. They've been around this school for a long time.
It was one of those things, one of those nights where you just all of a sudden on YouTube you end up there and you don't know how you got there. Minter.
Oh, and one.
Goes in the paint and draws the foul after the bucket.
I get some of those nights, man, where I'm sitting there and I'm kind of reminiscing in old days.
So it started, I was watching the 93 championship like you're talking about. Then I saw I wanted to know, we were talking about the Reidsville record, so I went and tried to find some video of that game. I couldn't find it.
Okay.
Free throw
Oh, you're
is
talking
in and out.
about Steve Harrison break.
Yeah, Steve Harrison's 54-point. So I found a game with Steve Harrison. It was the 91, I believe it was, conference tournament between Reidsville and Morehead as Minter takes the jumper inside the paint. Doesn't fall. Saved with one hand on the baseline by Williams. Ball's loose on the floor. Battling forward is Minter and Blackwell, and we'll have a jump ball. Possession in favor of Morehead. So I went from there. Then I went to 93. Mm-hmm. Then I went to 87, 88 highlights.
Wow.
And there was a clip that was done on News 2 talking about the renovation here in this gymnasium.
I'm going to tell you, man, you really would have appreciated the, as the shot goes.
Martin's shot doesn't fall. Out of bounds.
You really would have appreciated. I'm not saying you don't appreciate basketball now, but back then,
Back
man.
then, yes.
Oh, my God, dude. And the GW, the Holiday Classic at GW in Danville, dude. You talking about you couldn't find a seat in that house. It was so slam-packed.
Blackwell in the corner, passes near side wing to Slade, who drives the baseline. Lowers that shoulder, puts up one hand. The basket doesn't fall. Serving gets the rebound, but it's knocked loose. Blackwell with the putback for Reidsville. Power dribble on the rebound. Slade, turnaround. Slade has 5. Yeah, those videos, and hat tip to our friend Roy Sawyers at Rockingham Update. I'm watching the 1991 conference tournament matchup between Morehead and Reidsville. And guess who did the graphics on that game for the old TV station?
Oh.
Roy Sawyers.
That's what I'm talking about.
Far side, our friend from Rockingham Update, rockinghamupdate.com. Far side wing, one-handed pass, Denaria Blackwell near side. Slade 3 is off the front iron. Rebound, Taisha Martin. Knocked out of her hands, though, by Blackwell. Or make that Whitaker 2, Blackwell, and 1.
You know, it's crazy how things just come back around generation to generation.
It is, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Back then, it was funny. The announcer goes, in a hat, we want to give credit to Roy Sawyers, who's done the graphics tonight. He's able to put logos on the screen. We haven't seen that ever. That tells you about the times back in 1991 and how things have changed.
Here Roy Sawyers was. He was putting graphics on a TV station. Here I am in diapers.
Blackwell to the free throw line. Doesn't get the friendly roll. Far side to Minter. Past the coverage. Crossover move on the far wing. Whitaker picks up the defense. Blackwell with the help defense. Whitaker all the way to midcourt chasing Minter. Now Morris pump fakes on the wing. Baseline J for Williams. Rolls off the front rim. Inside battle and a foul.
So, back then, once I got a little bit older, I was, 7 or 8 years old. I would say about 6 or so. I had a mullet. I kid you not. I was blonde haired. I had blonde hair.
Oh, a blonde mullet
before it come into brown.
A blonde mullet to boot.
I kid you not. I have to find a picture and show you this.
Inbound to Williams. She'll draw the foul on the shot attempt.
I'm afraid to tell people this, but there's a picture at my grandparents' house. And I kid you not, I don't know who dressed me that day, but whoever did, I ought to beat the crap out of them. I was wearing a long sleeves
NC State shirt.
Duke sweatshirt.
Williams' free throw is no good.
And every time I see that picture, I want to throw it in the trash, and my grandmother's like, "No, you're not." I don't get it. I was brainwashed, I guess, back then. Somebody was trying to brainwash me, and it didn't happen.
Second for Williams is in and out. Actually, she crossed the free throw line, so it won't count. Man, I'd pay to see that. We'll put that on RoCo Radio right now.
No, you will not.
Big Dookie fan, David Woods.
That would go straight into either my fire pit or my fireplace, and it would never be seen again.
The freshman Denaria Blackwell to the cup.
Man, you got Denaria and Andrea Blackwell lighting it up tonight?
23-11 Reidsville, 4:50 to play here in the second. Roy Sawyers and the Sawyers family, cutting edge always, doing things that nobody else have. here in our community. You go back and watch some of those videos, 1991. You're talking ESPN level production.
Yes,
you got
it was.
4 or 5 cameras in 1991.
Yes, it was for sure.
Graphics,
Yes,
announcers.
I really need to talk to Blackwell. We really need to get a hold of some of those videotapes from back in the day. You would really appreciate that, man. I'm telling you.
23-11 Reidsville, 4:34 to play here in the second. So, yeah, I just had a great night going through and watching some of those highlights. You can find some football highlights of Morehead and Reidsville from back in the 90s.
The golden ages, man, I'm telling you.
Free throw for Blackwell is off the side iron.
Sports was absolutely booming back in those days.
Free throw is off the front iron. 23-11. Rebound to the Rams. Jumper. Now to Blackwell with one hand. She sent that one from just off the wing.
Yes, she
with
did.
one hand.
Yes, she did.
25-11. Right to left now for the Panthers. Morris hands it off to Martin. Taisha Martin covered by 2. Now back to the top of the key for Morris. Wing it to the near side wing. Minter wheels the basketball above her head, draws the foul. Are they going to say that's a shooting? Oh, nope, it's number 5 of the quarter. So Minter to the line to shoot 2. Free throw rolls in and out. You know I'm going to find that, and I'll let you know tonight.
Oh, absolutely. Please send that to me for sure.
Second free throw is good for Minter. She has 7. 25-12. Right up the floor, wide open. Blackwell, nobody there. The pass is Aaron, not out of bounds.
I'm going to tell you, if that would have been on track right there, that would have been an easy layup.
(25-12) second quarter. Lead for the Rams. Lady Panthers with the basketball. Minter, near side wing to Morris. Now top of the key for Martin. Bounce pass far side to Minter. Drives the baseline, hands it off to Williams. Her shot is well short. Rebound on the baseline for Denaria Blackwell. Right up the floor, left to right. Looks in the corner, but drives to the lane. The underhand layup is no good. It falls down, but I believe a travel was called.
We got J9 coming in here with a big speaker.
Everybody.
Oh, my.
They were up here in the stands for just a minute, the Reidsville boys. Now they head to the locker room with their speaker. That's the new trend, by the way.
That is the new trend.
I saw, who did I see do that? I've seen several teams in our area do that, walk in with the big speaker. Got to get the tunes going, David.
Hey, it's rivalry week. Got to get it focused in.
Destiny Minter to the free throw line. The Rams in the bonus. Minter's free throw is nothing but net. She's got 8 of Morehead's 13 here in the first half. 25-13 lead as Nahi Morales Servin checks in for Victoria Williams. Minter spins the basketball. Free throw finds a home.
How about Morehead serving up Chick-fil-A tonight?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A. Come on down. Far side wing for Blackwell. Now works her way in the corner. Trapped by Minter. Passes it to Dalton. Shy Dalton drives from the near side wing. Tries to find the bucket. Draws the foul to the line for Shy Dalton. That tip to tonight's seniors. Gianna Capel, Aaliyah Parker, Denijah Thomas, Victoria Williams, and Anahi Morales Servin for Morehead. Senior night last Friday for the Rams against McMichael. Dalton misses the first free throw. Second free throw off the front iron. And a foul on the putback. So now to the line is Jumper, the senior. 3:11 to play here in the second. 25-14 lead for Reidsville at the free throw line. At the half, the Lady Phoenix down 14-12 against the number 2 team in the conference, North Forsyth.
It's not bad, keeping it close.
They played very close in their first matchup at North Forsyth. Free throw is good for Jumper. As the inbound comes from Morris to Martin, now to the far side of the court, working way to the middle, just off the top of the key is Mitcher. Loses handle of it for just a second, covered by Whitaker. Now in the corner for Tyasia Martin. The three is off the back iron, rebound long side for Dalton. Shy Dalton gets it in the hands of her point guard, Denaria Blackwell. Top of the key now in the corner. Andrea Blackwell, three, near side. Long, and a rebound attempt for Jumper is knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Reidsville, I assume. I assumed wrong. Nope, I assumed right.
You assume right. You're right.
Jumper on the baseline. Inbound on the near side to Dalton. One-hander doesn't fall. Two-hander does, though, for Shy Dalton. 28-14. Second quarter. 2:30. A lead for the Rams in their first matchup, a Morehead win. There's a big lead for Reidsville at half. Inside for Williams, back to the basket, turns and face, looks to pass out of the post. It's stolen away by Whitaker, now stolen by Williams, but a travel at midcourt.
So, let me tell you a funny story, and I'm thinking about it now.
Uh-oh.
My grandpa, they filmed, and, he had this nice big, this thing had a big tripod. A big camera. He had the works, dude.
Were they going old VHS?
Yeah, they went full VHS. They had the works. And I can't remember who I was speaking with that one day, but they all remember my grandpa, my grandpa's brother. And for one, oh, yeah, you're the guy that used to get me in trouble in practice all the time. So that's what they remember him a lot for. And, they would go over and they would have that one videotape. Well, they would make another copy. They'd have two copies, one for the coaches and one for them. And they would go back through and they have to have that one videotape. It ain't like you can pull different, the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side, pull them off different, and watch huddle. It was just old school, scouting and going through the works.
So we know there's two copies in existence potentially.
Potentially, yes. Now, he doesn't have any. I think he gave, I think Morehead, for sure Blackwell, when I talked to Blackwell last time, during football season, he still got some in his office.
Okay.
So I know for sure he's got them. And, I just got to get with him and give him some Diet Mountain Dews. He'll give them to me.
That's how you get a distinct advantage back then.
Yeah, Diet Mountain Dews. he loves Diet Mountain Dews.
Bounce pass in, a jumper onto the timeout. Blackwell far side in the corner to Blackwell. Denaria Blackwell near side to Whitaker, just off the elbow. Two dribbles now in the corner. Off the screen, it's Andrea Blackwell back to the top of the key. 1:58 to play here in the second. 28-14 lead for the Rams. Far side wing, the pass from Denaria Blackwell to Andrea Blackwell. Now in the corner for Whitaker. Three is short. Jumper gets a handle on it. Offensive rebound for the Rams. To midcourt for Andrea Blackwell. Stops, takes a couple dribbles. Now near side for Denaria Blackwell. Right back inside, Andrea Blackwell in the corner. Back to the wing. Bounce pass inside. Jumper. No good on the two attempt. She gets her own rebound. And a foul on the floor. Oh, Jumper's hurt.
Uh-oh.
She's holding her ankle.
That's not good.
Here comes Coach Solomon and Coach Gibson. Oh,
That's
hate
good.
to see that.
You hate to see that, but I like it that both coaches
Both
are out
coaches.
there. That's awesome. Look at that. That's
Coach-
awesome to see.
Coach Gibson helping Coach Solomon and the assistant coaches for Reidsville now helping Jumper off the floor. Able to walk, though, gingerly. Probably an ankle sprain, you hope. One of the senior leaders for the Lady Rams. Heads to the bench with the leg injury. Tank Slade will check in for the Rams. Glad to have you along. 28-14 lead for the Lady Rams. 1:28 to play in the second. So Slade will head to the free throw line as she subs in for Jumper.
You know what we haven't got to see all year long?
What's that?
Well, first, we haven't got to see, 100 points to where I could get free Chick-fil-A. So I'm going to have to go buy Chick-fil-A here in a little bit when I go to half. And we have not got to see a Kendre slam so hard that he breaks the glass. Are we due for that? We are past due for that.
Listen,
It's got to happen, right?
Slade gets the first free throw. You said you wanted to get those tapes from Coach Blackwell. If Kendre breaks a glass and you say this, do you think he's going to give you them tapes?
He won't hear it.
Okay, good point.
He won't hear this.
Fair point. Fair point.
He won't hear it.
30-14.
I'll get you to fix it to where you delete this.
Cut that part.
Cut it out.
At 1 hour and 23 seconds.
Yeah, there you go.
Top of the key for Way. After the two free throws, Morehead basketball. Near side for Destiny Minter. Passes it all the way far side land with one hand. Jumps up, knocks it on away. It goes off the hands of a Panther. So it'll be Reidsville basketball. Denaria Blackwell, left to right. Dribble with the basketball. Waist tie dribble to the far side corner for Blackwell. Now back to Denaria Blackwell. Top of the key covered by Martin. Near side Whitaker. Picked up by Martin as well. Back to the top of the key. Wing it around the perimeter. Andrea Blackwell to Whitaker. Now inside for Land. Knocked away. Williams saves it in the corner. On the far side, but it will go out of bounds before the save. Keep it with Reidsville as Taisha Lee inbounds. 43 seconds remaining here in the first half. 30-14 Reidsville. The boom box is back, partner.
Tell them to bring it over here. Well, let's do some jams while we broadcast.
Dawson in the game for the Rams. Gets it to the top of the key for Blackwell. Far side wing for Denaria Blackwell. Now back to Andrea Blackwell. Whitaker gets it to her here on the near side wing. The three is well short. Rebounded Destiny Minter under the basket. Up the floor, right to left. Minter on the far side wing. Stops with a cross. The three from the far side wing after the nice move.
Does that wake them up? It might.
It should. 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. Blackwell near side looks for the baseline. It squirts out of bounds. Keep it with Reidsville. 4.2 on the clock. 30-17. Oh, she put him on roller skates.
Wow. That woke his whole crowd up.
Minter points out where the coverage needs to come from her teammates. Now she'll box out on the inbound. Right inside the paint for Whitaker. Doesn't get it to fall. Dawson's putback is short, and Minter picks it up at the horn. 30-17. A lead for Reidsville at the half. You're scoring Destiny Minter with 11 of Morehead 17, 2 for Morales Servin, and 3 for Taisha Martin. Denaria Blackwell with 4 for the Rams, 12 for Andrea Blackwell, 3 for Shania Jumper. Tink Slade with 7, 2 for Shy Dalton, and 2 for Mackenzie Land. At the half, 30-17. Reidsville, any thoughts on that first half?
That was a good first half. I mean, it's kind of like deja vu all over again. Destiny Minter's been doing her thing. You got Andrea Blackwell and Denaria Blackwell doing their thing for Reidsville. Let's see if Morehead can't come out in the second half and get this thing a little closer. make it a ball game.
They said the magic words, David. Did you hear it?
What's that?
Chick-fil-A.
Oh, well, we got 10 minutes. I'll go down there and get us one.
We'll be back in just a bit. 30-17, your score here at the half at Morehead High School. Reidsville leads it here on RoCo Radio. We'll be right back.
points from number 30, Morehead. 4 points from number 11, Denario Blackwell. 3 points from number 4, Shania Trevor. 2 points from number 10, Mackenzie Land. Number 20, Shy Dawson. Foul situations for Reidsville. Morehead Slade with 2. 2 fouls from number 4, Shania Trevor. 1 each from number 24, Andrew Blackwell. Number 25, Uriah Whitaker. And number 42, Ed Lawson. The Panthers led in scoring by number 14, Destiny Mitchell with 12. Number 1, Tyja Martin had 3. And 2 points from number 12, Anahina Morales. Foul situations for the Lady Panthers, Anahina Morales and Destiny Mitchell each with 2. 1 each from number 1, Tyja Martin, Joanna Gable, and number 32, Elijah Thomas.
We head to the third quarter, 30-17 lead for Reidsville with the basketball. Glad to have you along. Game 1 of 2 from here at Morehead High School tonight. Right to left for the Rams in the second half. Tink Slade near side wing, covered by Minter. Far side to Land, just off the elbow. The jumper is off the backboard. Rebound inside for Minter, and jumper will force a jump ball. Scoring at the half and heading into the third, Denaria Blackwell with 4 for Reidsville, 12 for Andrea Blackwell, 3 for Shania Jumper, 7 for Tink Slade, 2 for Mackenzie Land and Shy Dalton up the opposite way.
All right.
For Williams.
So that will cut the lead down to 11.
30-19, drive for Blackwell and a foul. For the Panthers, 12 for Destiny Mitchell, 2 for Anahi Morales, and 2 for Victoria Williams, 3 for Taisha Martin. As Denaria Blackwell heads to the line, the freshman. Free throw for Blackwell is good. Now, I saw you talking with Coach Blackwell down there. I was wishing that you would have asked him about who the coach was before Coach Harden.
I should have asked him. I didn't.
It's okay. It's all right.
I was asking him a very
important question. Up the floor for Destiny Minter. Left to right for the Panthers. Off the glass. Rattles off the rim. Rebound back to the Panthers. Offensive opportunity. Panthers down 31-19. 7 minutes to play in the third. Far side, inside, Wilkins to Williams. It won't fall. Make that Thomas to Williams. Off the floor for Slade, into the lane with the Euro. Doesn't fall, jumper with the rebound. Loose and back out here near side wing. Blackwell takes one dribble with the right hand, now 2 inside the paint. Handoff to Mackenzie Land, no good on the two-hander. Inside the corner for jumper, knocked away by Minter. Will stay on this side. Shy Dalton checks in for Shania Jumper. Good to see her back out there with that ankle injury earlier in the game. Wincing just a bit when she head to the bench. Inside from Slade to Dalton. It's loose on the ground, and Thomas will battle for it.
Partner, I don't have my glasses on.
You know it starts good when...
But if I'm not mistaken, who is that man, that older gentleman right there at
what?
the... is that who I think it is? Holy moly. Okay.
Dalton to the free throw line. With a couple dribbles and makes the free throw. Dalton has 3. Dalton's second is good. shy. Dalton with 4. 33-19 Reidsville. 6:28 to play in the third. Switch of the hands, back and forth up the floor for Minter. Past the timeline. Guides her offense, looking for a screen from Morales. Hands it off to Martin. Top of the key, now near side corner for Minter. Just off the baseline, nice one-handed bounce pass inside. Turning to the basket is Morales, draws the foul, and to the free throw line for Nahi Morales serving. Stands starting to fill up here at Morehead High School. As Morales Servant's first is good.
So they cut it down to 13 points. Like I said, deja vu all over again. This is what happened. You know, Reidsville went into a kind of a slump the last game, and Morehead comes storming back.
Second one is good for Morales Servant. It was 26-15 at the half. Reidsville, the last time these two teams met. Slade handles it, turns her back to the basket at midcourt with a nice behind the back move. It's going to be a foul call.
Okay.
It's going to be a defensive foul on Wade.
I thought they was going to get maybe a push off right there, but wasn't the case.
So Land will inbound just in front of the Reidsville bench. Right into Dalton, near side wing. Across the court. One-handed pass from Denaria Blackwell inside to Dalton. Turn around in the paint. Long on the shot, rebound to Minter. Minter up the floor near side, left to right. Stops at the top of the key. Now Wade with a jumper from the wing.
Here we go. Down to 10 points.
First 2 points of the night for Madeline Wade. 5:25 to play in the third. The teardrop goes for Denaria Blackwell.
I got to get Denaria Blackwell to show me that little move. She carries the ball a little bit. Zoop.
Left to right for the Panthers. 35-23. Far side, Martin 3. Kisses the rim. Rebound far side for the Rams. Blackwell covered tightly by Wade. Spins out of the coverage. Up the floor, right to left, past the timeline. Middle of the floor at the free throw line. Loses handle. Stolen by Minter. Minter with the crossover at the top of the key to the lane. Long on the layup. Rebound inside for Land. We go the opposite way. Ball's on the ground. Madeline Wade and Tink Slade battle for it. A jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Panthers. 35-23 Rams. Looking for that nice inbound cut is Wade. Left side of the hoop on the baseline. Looking for a teammate. Bounce pass inside to Williams. Goes back outside to Minter for 2. Off the heel, rebound shy. Dalton right up the floor. She's got numbers, but she's going to slow it down. Poked away by Martin. Handed off to Denaria Blackwell. Top of the key. She'll settle the offense. Run the offense at the logo, right to left. Far side wing for Tink Slade. Looks for the baseline. Now with one hand, in and out. Rebound inside for Morales. Serving, saves it as it's knocked away. Bounce pass far side for Minter. Past the timeline. From the left side of the floor to the free throw line. Now the baseline J for Martin is short. Rebound to Blackwell. She's got numbers 2-on-1. Tink Slade. The bounce pass with too much on it. Out of bounds on the baseline. 4:06 to play here in the third. 35-23. Reidsville. Martin to inbound. Bounce pass goes into the hands of Minter. Minter walks up midcourt. Met by Blackwell. Blackwell with the coverage. Screened by Morales Servant. Gives some space in the corner. Spin out of the coverage. Minter past top of the key. Wade inside to Morales Servant. Now back to the free throw line. Wade with the jumper. Back-to-back buckets for Madeline Wade, 35-25. Reidsville. Slade will slow things down for the Lady Rams. Right to left. Past the timeline, now near side wing. Denaria Blackwell, starter step in the paint with one hand. Can't get the baby hook to fall inside for Dalton. Are they going to call an offensive foul? Nope, it'll be a defensive foul. Okay. Shy Dalton to the line. Dalton with 4. After 3, North Forsyth 28, the Lady Phoenix 20. Free throw rattles home for Dalton. Second free throw is off the back iron, rebound inside for Williams. Williams holds it near side, covered by 2, gets it back. Far side for Thomas, now in the hands of the point guard. Everything settles down. Here comes the offense for the Panthers. Left to right. Near side wing into the baseline, back to the basket for Minter. Two-handed pass, back to the elbow. Morales serving, now out to the perimeter. Martin hands it back to Minter. From the far side wing to the logo now for Minter. Minter to Morales serving. Bounce pass inside for Minter. Had a lane for just a second. Blackwell, though, forces the jump ball. Possession in favor of Reidsville.
Morehead's going to need a couple of defensive stops right here to try to get back in this ball game. They keep, teeter-tottering between the 10 or 11-point lead for Reidsville, but they need to try to cut it down. Maybe at the end of the third quarter, they cut it down to 5.
There you go. Denaria Blackwell. Covered by Williams. Top of the key, Slade. Near side, Denaria Blackwell. They're just hanging on to the basketball, trying to run
5
time.
seconds, right? No. Uh-oh, here we go.
Poked away by Minter near side. Denaria Blackwell battles back for it. Gets to the floor, picks it up to Slade. Slade lowers the shoulder. That's going to be a deep offensive foul. I didn't see who set the feet there on the charge.
Here we go. We got Coach Gibson out here.
Oh, she's
lighten her up, lighten them up now. Here we go.
Minter takes it up the floor, left to right. 2:07 to play here in the third. 36-25 lead for the visiting Lady Rams. Far side for Martin, right in front of Coach Gibson. Now top of the key, bounce pass, Thomas inside to the free throw line. Morales serving back out to the wing, far side. Martin 2, kisses the rim and goes out of bounds. Dalton to inbound. Your conference standings as we head to the end of the season. 10-0, T&W Andrews looking, they secure their conference championship for the second straight season. Near side for Dalton. Dalton drives in, then back out to Denaria Blackwell, who goes in the paint. Off the front iron, rebound to Whitaker, far side. Back out to the perimeter, far side for Blackwell. From the wing to the baseline, can't get it to fall. Rebound Minter, left to right. Far side wing, couple spins, crossover move, make it. Into the hands of Thomas, now back to Minter. Minter sits at midcourt. Back to the basket for Williams. Looks for a teammate. Has to spin out of the coverage. Now inside. Minter hopes with the floater. It doesn't fall. Up the floor for Shy Dalton. Right to left. In the corner. Andrea Dalton 3. He's off the back iron. Rebound. Out here on the near side.
Oh.
Almost out of bounds. Dalton saves it off the knees of Williams. So North Forsyth in second, leading McMichael right now, 9-2 in the conference, 8-3 for West Stokes, 5-6 for McMichael, 3-7 for the Lady Panthers, 2-9 for the Reidsville Lady Rams, and Walkertown at 0-10.
Partner, they starting to foul in here.
Top of the key, Denaria Blackwell for Reidsville, hands it off to Andrea Blackwell at midcourt, goes far side. Just off the wing, now a drive, Denaria Blackwell, step back, Jay, off the side, and rebound inside Dawson. No good on the putback, 3 times ain't a charm either. It goes out of bounds. Near side corner. 36-25 Reidsville, 22 seconds remaining here in the third. Minter takes it for the Panthers, she has 12. Had 29 last time these two teams met. Right hand dribble goes to the far side for Morris. Morris covered by Whitaker. Turns back to the basket, can't pick up the pivot, passes it here to Martin. Taisha Martin hands it off, way off the perimeter. Minter with the long three from the wing. It hits the backboard at the end of the third. 36-25 lead. Kind of what we saw in that last game.
That's it.
Just 6 points in the third for Reidsville.
They're keeping things close.
8 points for the Panthers. They'll need a big difference, though, here in the fourth.
You know how I do. So I'm skimming through the crowd here, just looking at people. You know,
We
you
got
see
celebrities everywhere.
So who is that man over there in that trench coat?
Oh, you know who that is.
Is that who I think it is?
Yep. He didn't ride in with a cavalry or nothing.
Well,
Not even a horse today.
What has he got? His horse parked outside? I had to ask him. I mean, let's look at him.
Hey, with the weather the way it is, you got to wear that trench coat. Sheriff Sam Page in the house.
Yeah, I'm looking around here, and I'm seeing used to be coach for Morehead football, Coach Bobby Martin. Still with the high school. I think he's still a physical education teacher, right? Yep.
Mayor Donald Gorham of Reidsville is in the house. Let's see if we see Mayor Neville Hall somewhere. I'm sure he's here somewhere.
Neville Hall, come on, where's that man at? Let's get him on the broadcast. Let's get Reidsville's mayor on here. Hey man,
we can't. That's not allowed, and
What?
this is why. You want to know why?
Why?
He's a Packers fan.
Oh, he's a Packers fan.
Detroit Lions fans don't welcome Panthers fans.
Who is it? Who is this in the? Is that Rocky Balboa? In the or am I wrong?
Where?
In the you see it?
Doom, doom.
The black and yellow?
I don't see it. Oh, what is this?
Is that a wrestler or a boxer? What is that?
Boom, boom. I don't know. That must be the student section.
Yeah, look,
They're
you
in
see?
robes.
Dun-dun-dun.
Mentor hands off to Martin, picked up by Blackwell. 36-25 lead for Reidsville. Morehead with the basketball left to right. Yeah, it must be robe day for the student section, maybe. Far side, Mentor make that Wade one-handed pass stolen by Denaria Blackwell with the easy underhand layup. Timeout, Coach Gibson.
Rocky Balboa, or what's that show on Netflix? Everybody's with the oh my goodness, why am I?
Rocky 6, Rocky 8.
No.
Creed 17.
The show on Netflix where they got the Karate Kid.
Oh, Karate Kid.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
The beautiful gold trim black robe with the hood. Here on the baseline. Melita in the comments. Y'all find all sorts of people at games.
Hey.
You know where we found the tight ends coach for Ole Miss earlier this year?
Yep, we do.
David, yes, found Dan Lanning, the Oregon head coach. I mean, Dan didn't even get a chance to put a foot inside the gym before
he was at the
before
exit.
David saw him.
He was up underneath the exit sign, just standing there, and I'm like, whoa, okay, my man, I see you. Nobody else does, but I see you.
It says Italian Stallion on the back of that.
So
it's Balboa.
It is Balboa. Yo, Adrian.
Hey, yo, Adrian.
Come on, Mickey.
Come on, Mickey. Apparently, he's in a good show, a new show, Sylvester Stallone.
Is he?
That's everybody's loving. Tulsa King, I think it's called.
I might have to check that out.
Never been a Stallone fan. Don't hate me.
Why?
Just
You have to explain that one to me.
I'm not digging the movies. Just gonna say. Now Rocky's a classic. Far side for Martin. The jumper is well short. Rebound for Reidsville and Dawson. Passes it near side to Blackwell. Martin will fight for it. We're going to have a whistle.
You know, my partner gets more weirder every day. I don't know what's wrong with him. Maybe it's because of the Matt Patricia hiring. That's probably what it was.
gosh.
That's what it was.
Who?
Matt, you know. Oh, you know who?
Who?
Mr. Number 2 Pencil. I don't know what he does with it. He eats it. I don't know.
He doesn't draw up good defensive plays, that's for sure. Dalton with the drive with one hand.
I can just see him just sharpen it for no reason. He'll just sharpen the number 2 pencil and just make it look. He was in a suit. This dude was in a suit and a fedora with the number 2 pencil.
40-25 stolen by Dalton. Oh, who knows? Far side 3, no good for Blackwell. Rebound for Morehead. Down 15, pass inside to Williams. Almost knocked away off the hands of Minter.
He's got the boxing gloves on. My dude, come in here.
Wait, what are we going to see? What are we going to see between games here?
What is this? What is up with the box?
He's getting drawn up. Where's the mouthpiece?
Are they about to fight? What is this? We got a boxing match going on, too?
Where's the other fighter?
We got Rocky Balboa coming in here.
Boom, boom. Screen sent by Williams for Minter, but right there are the Blackwells on defense at the front of the perimeter for Reidsville. Minter to the bucket.
I think he's going over to Blackwell to beat him up.
Oh,
look, he's heading over there. Look.
Here he comes. He taps the gloves. Here he comes for Blackwell. It's Rocky Balboa in the house. What's Blackwell's reaction? Is it as strong as I thought it would be?
There's
if I were to guess,
there's
Coach Blackwell saying, "What are you doing?
What are you doing? Are you serious?"
40-27.
He's looking at Officer Thompson like, "Come on, you really want to try this? He'll arrest you right now, and there's nothing you can do about it."
Right to left, and Aria Blackwell past the timeline. Near side corner. Andrea Blackwell drives the baseline, switches hands, and it's knocked out of bounds behind the basket.
I think he's trying to call. Oh, he's trying to call out Blackwell. Hey, you want something?
I think he might want to fight John Rocker.
Patrick
Mahomes Sr. Far side for Whitaker is foul.
I don't think my man with the crutches is going to do much of anything.
Nope. Just a lively student section. Yeah. Rocky Balboa in the student section tonight.
What in the world?
The Italian stallion.
I'm telling you, every game we broadcast, we always see something crazy. We got Rocky Balboa in the house. Now, not the real Rocky Balboa, but close enough. I mean, where's Adrian? Where's Mickey?
Mickey been gone for a while there, David.
Where is Drago?
Where's Drago? Hey, in today's political climate, we don't know where Drago is.
If he dies, he dies.
Left to right for Minter. 40-27 lead for Reidsville. Glad to have you along here on RoCo Radio, RoCoRadio.com. Bounce pass inside. Minter. The pass to Thomas, knocked away, but Minter picks it up with the baseline. Jane, nothing but the net.
I would start picking up some full court pressure right here to try to get some turnovers. Their time's really starting to run out. Here we go.
It was a 15-point lead, down to 11 now. Rams with the basketball, though, right to left. And a timeout from Coach Solomon and the Reidsville Lady Rams. I want a spotlight at midcourt during a timeout with Rocky right out there. Drop the lights. Let Rocky be out there for the starting lineups for the boys.
If we see Apollo Creed, and then they start playing "Living in America" by James Brown, we're nowhere about to see a brawl.
Oh,
it might be 3 rounds, might be in between.
I'll throw my headset off and just start dancing.
Oh no, we're going to broadcast that fight. Are you kidding me? This will be another first for RoCo Radio, the first ever boxing match.
First round. Molina in the comments, where's Mr. T at?
I don't think nobody paid the fool. See what I did there?
I see you.
Oh, my
All right,
goodness.
so while we take this time out, let's talk Matt Patricia for a second to my Ohio State Buckeyes.
Okay.
As a UNC fan.
Okay.
What is wrong with him that he's not ending up at UNC? That's the strongest relation. Heck, him and Belichick were hosting shows throughout last year. Why
I
isn't
mean,
it?
I
Is there
tell you
something?
what,
Is
so-
something
so-
going to go awry at Ohio State?
No. You already know what's going on here. You're a Detroit Lions fan. You see what the issue was. I mean, how many games did you win with Matt Patricia?
13.
Okay. How many did you lose?
A lot.
Okay. My point exactly. That's just why he's not officially with the North Carolina Tar Heels. So good luck with your defense, buddy. I appreciate it.
But even after that, he went back to New England.
Oh, that's over and back.
Over and back for Reidsville.
He went back to New England, yeah. I give him that.
But he was on the offensive side of the ball.
But he was on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, what is
Oh, man.
that was the setup for failure right there. Yeah. Like I said, buddy, good luck with your offense because you don't know who's going to beat Brian Hartline.
Brian Hartline's
He's
our
going to be the offensive coordinator. He's not a bad hire. He's not bad. He's not a Chip Kelly, but he's not bad. Yeah, I'll say you probably win 7 ball games. You get beat by Michigan again, and
Come on.
Michigan scores what, I don't know, 65 points against Matt Patricia's defense.
Wade shot, no foul called on the baseline. Rebound inside for Thomas.
I mean,
It's called a possession arrow
my
in favor
man,
of Reidsville.
my partner in crime right here, he was for certain, as soon as we hired Bill Belichick, that Matt Patricia, he kept saying Matt Patricia is going to be the next, he's going to be the next defensive coordinator. Hell,
I knew that
karma is a what?
I knew that Bill's son would be the defensive coordinator, but I figured he'd be a strategist, consultant, something.
Yeah.
Far side baseline drive, one hand for Andrea Blackwell. Rebound Whitaker on the near side. Hands it off to her point guard, Denaria Blackwell. 40-29 lead for the Rams with the basketball. 3:59 to play. Whitaker stops and pops off the side of the backboard. Rebound inside to Thomas, but it's batted away and stolen by Andrea Blackwell. Reset the Rams offense. They're in no hurry here with the 11-point lead. Far side for Slade. They jog around, just trying to keep Morehead away from the basketball. Far side, trapped is Slade, stolen by Minter. Up the sideline on the far side. Now in the paint, stops for 2. Off the glass, battles for her own rebound. It's going to be an over-the-back foul. Andrea Blackwell bringing it down. Minter reaching in to try and grab it back on to get the offensive second chance.
All right, so let me ask you a question. I got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Did Sam Page play any basketball?
I
what
don't
is he,
think
like
so because
6'7"?
I don't think so because Sam was a wrestler.
He was a wrestler.
If it back in the days, if they were at the same time as they are now. Huh. Yeah, he was a wrestler at Reidsville High School, if I remember right. That's how him and I
Really?
connected. Yep. Inbound near
Okay.
side.
So
for
you
Whitaker.
got Sam Page and Rocky Balboa. Who's winning that matchup?
Oh my, I don't even want to. I'm going to keep quiet on that one.
Sorry, Sam.
Listen,
We're
I know
just
this.
messing with you.
The song puts it in perspective. I
Yeah.
fought the law and the law won.
Oh,
So
I know, but you don't think age is a factor?
reach is definitely a factor.
Reach
and
is
Sam's
definitely
got that.
he's got the reach.
Pass the timeline right to left. Minter gets a screen from Thomas. Passes in the corner to Martin. Now on the far side wing, it's Minter. A screen from Martin gives her just a bit of room with the crossover to the baseline. 2 hands.
Oh, offensive
And an
foul.
offensive foul.
Coach Gibson is.
You know, partner, I really wish I could have visualized seeing you. We are at the same games. I would have loved to be able to remember seeing you coaching on the sidelines and how vigorous you were. Baseline for Land. It was good.
When I was
I know you get excited just knowing.
I was the tight ends coach for McMichael, and I was beside McCants, and I was calling the offensive line signals.
Okay.
So he would call in the plays, I would call the offensive line signals, and, that's how it would work.
I do remember as Slade gets the steal. One-handed pass right up to Blackwell for 2, foul. She'll head to the line. I do remember on the pass from Jaden Martin to Britton Barnes against Burlington Williams. If I remember right, I see you on the tape jumping up and down. You might have gotten the highest vertical of your career.
I think I took off running.
You did.
When that happened.
You did?
I took off running because I seen it. He called, this was NASCAR. This was what the play was. This was NASCAR. Pretty much what it was there was a hitch route, and they was looking for 2 guys to go with this hitch route, but it was kind of like a pick. And you were going to have your outside receiver running straight up the sidelines. And here it was, wide open as could be, and all I could think about was, oh my God, do not drop this.
Don't drop the ball.
Do not drop
Don't
this.
overthrow the ball.
And as soon as they called it, I took off running down the sidelines, and I went absolutely crazy.
First one is good for Andrea Blackwell. Second one doesn't fall. Morehead basketball, 2:12 to play. Down 43-29.
Oh, man, if we had Jaden with us here tonight. He was supposed to be with us, but he had a team meeting.
At Catawba College.
Yep.
Look to know how Gavin's doing down there as well.
We'll have to, Gavin sent me a friend request on Facebook. We'll have to.
Gavin's down there.
get in
Brady
touch with
Elrod's
those-
down
oh,
there.
man, Brady Elrod.
Jay Moore's down there.
They got the band back together for sure, but the Rockingham County band.
Several talented players as well, I believe, from Caswell County down there.
There you go.
Jaden Neal, I remember, a good player for Bartlett Yancey, I believe, is at Catawba as well. I saw the picture, the headshot, though, of Gavin.
Oh, he's
Monster.
a monster. Yeah.
Oh,
he was a monster for us. You know, when I was the quarterbacks coach for Morehead.
Inside, Chestnut up the floor to Andrea Blackwell with one hand and one. Noah travel.
I think the first couple of games that Gavin, he was breaking. He was on his pace, on his way to break records for as far as sacks.
Sacks, yeah.
I
That
think the
first game, he had a safety sack.
Yeah.
I was able to catch that on film. I filmed that game because it was on a Thursday, if I remember right.
That's it.
Bounce pass from Minter, near side to Taisha Martin, covered by Denaria Blackwell. Bounce pass to the elbow. Morales serving back out. Wade, far side corner to Minter, inside for 2. Jumper won't fall or go out of bounds, off the hands of Denaria Blackwell.
So,
keep it with Morehead.
So, you know, back in the 90s, you know, the Morehead women's team was very good.
Yeah.
Do you remember Amy Simpson?
Yeah. Well, I know Amy, but I don't remember her I wasn't around.
So my grandpa has a plaque with all the women that from the 90, I can't remember what year it was, but he has a plaque in his building.
Oh, nice.
Of the women. I'll have to show that to you.
Take a picture,
I will take a picture. I will take a picture and show it to you. That was a very, very good basketball team. Amy Simpson, oh, man, I got to see her in person. Well, she was lighting it up. Went to NC State.
Inside to Minter, 59 seconds to play. Turns to
Oh,
the
there
elbow
he
and
is.
kisses glass.
Down to 13. Down to
18 for Destiny Minter. 44 seconds remaining.
You got to get on him. You got to get on him.
Slate's just going to hold the basketball.
What are we doing?
Pass it inside. Harris had a look for 2. Rolls off the rim. Rebound to Morehead. Left to right up the floor. 30 seconds remaining. Pass right inside. Servin can't get it to fall. Morales Servin gets their own rebound with 2 hands. 6 points for Morales Servin. It's a 10-point ball game. 15 seconds remaining. Blackwell in the corner to Harris. Off the side iron. Rebound inside. Blackwell off the front iron. Rebound in the hands of Morehead. Minter. We're going to have a timeout.
I think they're going to bring in maybe the seniors.
Maybe. That's it.
Yeah. Going to bring in the seniors and let them get one last.
Yep, here comes the seniors.
We got another dude.
Oh, there's somebody else dressed
Who is
up.
that?
Alongside the Italian Stalin in boxer regalia. Seniors out for Morehead. Williams, bounce pass to Morales Servin. 4 seconds left. Far side looks for Parker.
That'll do it.
Covered by Chestnut, and that will end it. 43-33, Reidsville. They moved to 3-9 inside the conference and 4-16 overall. Their third win on the road this year. They moved to 3-7 on the road. For the Lady Panthers, they fall to 3-16 and 3-8 inside the Mid-State 2A conference. So it could get interesting depending on who plays besides Morehead. They're at 3-8. They'll take on Walkertown. More than likely, they'll pick up that win. Walkertown without a win this season. So they should stay at that number 5 spot in the conference, despite what happens tonight. So it looks like before tonight's game, we will have our seniors introduced on the floor for both teams. I believe as well as our cheerleaders. We'll have that for you here on RoCo Radio. Or will they do just the girls and then the boys after the boys game? I would think they do them all together.
That's what I would think.
Final score, North Forsyth 41, the Lady Phoenix 34. So that win moves North Forsyth to 10-2 in the conference. McMichael will fall to 5-7. So, yep, looking at the conference tournament, more than likely, like 99.9%, Andrews gets the bye in the first round with 7 teams in the conference. In the first round, number 7, Walkertown will take on number 2, North Forsyth. Number 6, Reidsville will take on number 3, West Stokes. Number 4, McMichael will take on number 5, Morehead. The top seeds with home games in the first round. Season comes to a close. The regular season for the Rams finishing on a high note, 4-16 and 3-9 in the conference. We'll bring you senior night down on the floor here in just a bit. Our seniors tonight, Aaliyah Parker, Jayana Capel, Denijah Thomas, Victoria Williams, and Nahi Morales-Servin.
Still trying to figure out if they're going to do them all together, which
I'm not sure. I would think
that would be, because this game's probably going to end a little.
Your seniors for the Morehead boys squad is Avery Bigelow, as well as Cooper Martin and Ryan Diller. Oh, a little jab here from, oh, now we've got 3. We got 3 boxers in the ring.
3?
We got the man in the white gloves, a man named Rocky Balboa, and then a man in all black. Uh-oh, they're throwing the gloves.
Oh, they're about to throw down.
On the baseline.
Officer Thompson, they're just messing around. Don't arrest him.
Oh, they just about ran into Officer Thompson.
Hey.
Thompson.
Yeah, hey,
Thompson
hey, you want some? You
He's-
want some?
Melita wants to know if you ever asked the Italian Stallion what he's doing here.
We need to have him on a broadcast booth. I mean, we need to get him in here. What are we doing?
Rocky, we think you did one too many movies. Your thoughts?
Well, if he went to Hollywood to Morehead High School, yeah, maybe so.
Rocky Balboa, I hear there's another Rocky movie in production. It's Rocky 21.
Oh, my goodness. I think I would leave it alone. I don't think I would make another one.
No, you can't.
The older ones, man, they were classics. I mean, I would put that up against any boxing movie as one of the best in-ring boxing matches of all time. That was you can't compare, right?
There's a couple where you can make an argument.
Like who?
Cinderella Man.
Okay.
The Fighter with Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
But the fight scenes, exactly. I
Yeah,
get
the
what you're
fight
talking-
scenes, man.
Ali with Will Smith is really good.
Okay. That one was good.
But as far as movies in general, entertainment-wise,
Yeah, like as far as
boxing-wise, it's hard to compare to Rocky.
it's hard to compare because like back then, man, they didn't have a lot to work with.
No.
And they went in, man, and they made one of the best boxing matches, especially with Apollo Creed and Rocky, and then you had the Russian and Rocky. I mean, they were so.
Hulk Hogan up in there?
Oh, that don't count. God, they weren't even. They were. That was wrestling. That wasn't. That was more of a wrestling.
Cinematography, I'm going to get nerdy here, but cinematography in boxing, it's the best sports cinematography you can do.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Here you go. So I think they are going to get the guys and the girls together.
I'll bring you down to center court for senior night here in just a second. There's $1 Million Baby.
Have you ever seen that?
I have.
That's a very good movie. Very good movie.
Now, the as far as like boxing scenes, I think the portrayal of Jake LaMotta in Raging Bull.
That's
Robert De Niro.
That's Robert De Niro. Good day.
That's another good one.
Man, you're taking that back. Old school.
Yeah, looking at these other boxing movie those.
I'm not seeing it, man. I mean, I've watched a lot of boxing movies, and by far, I think Rocky has like as far as the boxing match itself looked very realistic. Oh,
Bring you down to center court.
Here at Morehead High School. We would like to honor our senior girls and boys basketball players and our senior cheerleaders. Also, we would like to honor the parents of those seniors. We would like to thank them for their many contributions to Morehead basketball. We will start with our cheerleaders. First up is Nevaeh Dalton. Nevaeh is being escorted by Kimberly Willis. Nevaeh played volleyball for 2 years and cheered for 3 years here at MHS. Her hobbies are spending time with family and her best friends. She plans to attend UNC Charlotte in the fall to major in pre-med and minor in forensics to later become either a radiology tech or a forensic psychologist. Ms. Nevaeh Dalton.
AD Jonathan Blackwell on the mic here for tonight's festivities.
Next we have Reagan Harris. Reagan is being escorted by Scott and Alyssa Harris. Reagan has cheered for football and basketball and played varsity soccer all 4 years at Morehead. Her hobbies are playing soccer and spending time with her friends and family. She plans to attend either High Point University or UNC Chapel Hill in the fall and major in nursing. Ms. Reagan Harris. Next, we have Dalen Hutchins. Dalen is being escorted by Mark and Beth Hutchins. Dalen has been an athlete at Morehead for 4 years. Her hobbies are baseball and working at Simply MK during the winter and summer breaks. She plans to attend UNC Charlotte in the fall and major in pre-exercise science to later become a physical therapist. Ms. Dalen Hutchins. Next, we have Lark Parker. Lark is being escorted by her grandparents, Carolyn and James Fountain. Lark has cheered for football and basketball for 2 years at MHS. Her hobbies are spending time with friends and family, doing lashes, and working at the local beauty supply store. She will be attending Winston-Salem State University in the fall and majoring in biology to later become a pediatric radiology technician. Ms. Lark Parker. Now our girls basketball players. First we have Jayana Capel. Jayana is being escorted by Jessica King and David Ebo. Jayana has been a part of the Morehead basketball program for 1 year, bringing determination, hard work, and a positive spirit to the team. Outside of basketball, Jayana is a licensed nail technician who enjoys doing nails, spending time with family and friends, taking trips, and shopping. After graduation, she plans to attend college and obtain a degree to become an OB/GYN ultrasound technician. We wish Jayana the best in her future endeavors and know she will continue to shine in everything she pursues. Ms. Jayana Kepler. Next we have Anahi Morales. Anahi is being escorted by Margarita Servant and Ricardo Morales. Anahi has been part of the Morehead basketball program for 3 years and serves as team captain. Her leadership, dedication, and commitment to her team have made a lasting impact both on and off the court. She has been a key player fostering teamwork and setting an example for her teammates. Outside of basketball, Anahi enjoys spending time with family and friends, baking, and listening to music. After graduation, she plans to attend a university and obtain a bachelor's degree in biomedical engineering. We wish Anahi the best in the future endeavors and know she will excel in whatever she pursues. Ms. Anahi Servant. Next we have Aaliyah Parker. Aaliyah has been escorted by Brooks Parker and Alicia Parker. Aaliyah has been part of the Morehead basketball program for 2 years, bringing dedication, teamwork, and passion to the court. Outside of basketball, Aaliyah enjoys listening to music, traveling, and spending time with family and friends. After graduation, she plans to attend a university and obtain a bachelor's degree in child development, with the goal of becoming a child psychologist. Ms. Aaliyah Clark. Next we have Denaja Thomas. Denaja has been escorted by Jamie Longfeld, Jamia Thomas, and Zamari Williams. Denaja has been part of the Morehead basketball program for 2 years. She enjoys playing basketball, traveling, spending time with family and friends, and shopping. After graduation, she plans to attend Greensboro College to obtain a Bachelor of Science in Health Science, with aspirations of becoming an athletic trainer or physical therapist. Ms. Denaja Thomas. Next we have Victoria Williams. Victoria is being escorted by Devon Hampton Williams, Scott Williams, Patricia Hampton, Joshua Williams, and Ayana Moore. Victoria has been part of the Morehead basketball program for 2 years, serving as team captain and leading her teammates with determination and passion. Outside of her commitment to basketball, she has been actively involved in JROTC, serves as a senior class representative for the student council, and contributes to Morehead athletics as a student athletic trainer. She has also been interning at Seth Woodall and Associates to prepare for her future. In her free time, she enjoys listening to music, spending time with friends and family. After graduation, she will be attending Hampton University, where she plans to major in criminal justice and participate in ROTC. Her ultimate goal is to become a JAG officer and criminal defense attorney. Ms. Victoria Williams. And now for the boys. First up, we have Avery Bigelow. Avery Bigelow is the proud son of Anthony and Erica Bigelow and Chaneva Sellers. He is escorted by his siblings, Anthony, Khadijah, and Ava. A dedicated athlete, Avery has been a vital part of the high school's basketball program, playing 1 year on the JV team and 3 years on the varsity. He is also a team captain. He showcases his athleticism in track and field for 2 years. Beyond sports, Avery excels academically as a member of the National Honor Society. In his free time, he enjoys riding four-wheelers, hunting, and spending time with family and friends. After high school, Avery plans to further his education with the goal of playing basketball at the next level or pursuing a trade school education specializing in HVAC. Mr. Avery Bigelow. Next, we have Ryan Dillon. Ryan is the son of Ryan and Kimberly Dillon. Ryan has played 1 year of varsity basketball and intends to compete in track and field in the spring. His hobbies are playing basketball and hanging out with friends. He plans to attend North Carolina A&T or UNCG to pursue a career in sports management. Mr. Ryan Dillon. And last but certainly not least, Cooper Martin. Cooper has been escorted by his mother, Cindy Martin. Cooper has played basketball at Morehead for 4 years, 2 on the JV and 2 on the varsity. He also ran cross country for 3 years, serving as a team captain each year. Cooper serves as president of the Eaton City Youth Council. His hobbies include running, basketball, video games, and spending time with family and friends. He plans to attend the University of North Carolina Chapel Hill to major in biomedical engineering on the pre-med track. Mr. Cooper Martin. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have another round of applause for these seniors?
Seniors recognized down on the court as the seniors on the girls squad take photos with the coaching staff and Coach Gibson. We'll get you ready for boys basketball here in just a bit. It's the Panthers and the Rams here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Joe Dexter, David Woods. A 43-33 win for the girls. The Reidsville Rams here in game one as we move to game number 2, boys action. Morehead Panthers 10-12, 6-4 though overall in the Mid-State 2A Conference. A chance to host a home game to start the conference tournament would be huge for the Panthers in that 4-5 matchup.
Yes, it would, for sure. You know, and I like I talked about earlier in pregame, you know, they got the opportunity to really, put their bid as far as in the playoffs go. I mean, they've got, number 1 Reidsville tonight, which is a tall task. And you got number 15 Walkertown in a couple of days as well. So my feeling, if you can get 1 out of 2. There goes Kendra with a little pregame ritual that they do. But if they can get 1 out of 2, I mean, that pretty much, I think it'll seal them in to being in the playoffs. And you get a win or 2 in the conference play, too, as well. They're in there. They're in there for sure.
For the Rams, 22-0 on the season, 11-0 in the Mid-State 2A Conference, easily securing the conference championship and a bye in the first round of the conference tournament. So here's how the standings lie heading into this matchup on senior night at Morehead High School. Reidsville at 11-0 in the conference. Number 2 is Walkertown at 7-3. West Stokes at 7-4. Walkertown will take on Morehead tomorrow night at home. So that's a matchup of 12-8 and 7-3 versus Morehead, who's 6-4 in the conference before tonight's action. Morehead sits at number 4 at 6-4. Andrews at number 5 at 5-5. McMichael at 1-10 in conference and 0-11 for North Forsyth. So that first bye will go to Reidsville. If things were to fall the way they are and the way we expect them to, Walkertown will be the number 2 seed. They take on North Forsyth in the first round at home. West Stokes, the number 3 seed, would take on McMichael at home. And Morehead at home would take on T.W. Andrews on the boys' slate of the conference tournament. And in the second round, the Reidsville Rams will match up with the lowest seed remaining. So it should be a great time for conference basketball. As we were talking with the kid, Jay Ramey, during the senior night festivities, every single school will host a home game at least in the conference tournament. The Rockingham County Cougars, Lady Cougars, will at least host the first game of the tournament as undoubtedly the number 2 seed in the Mid-State 3A. The boys might even host one too. I'm not quite sure, breaking down those standings. But also McMichael would host on the girls' side.
It's going to be fun.
Yes, it will.
I mean, this is our first year doing basketball. I mean, I had an absolutely great time. I mean, the atmospheres were always great everywhere we went. Like, it's been amazing to watch. I mean, getting to see great athletes every week from all across the state of North Carolina, not just, in Rockingham County, but, Guilford County and other places too.
So as we get you ready for the boys' matchup, the last time these two teams met, a 94-58 win for Reidsville. Leading the way was Deontay Neal with 31 points, Janiah Sharp with 29, and 22 for Kendra Harris and Christian Scales. All he did is chip in 10.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell you, is there going to be any bad blood from last game?
I don't know. We'll find out.
I mean, did you see Coach Ross pull them together, put them in a circle? Hey, he's hyping them up. You know how he does, man.
Back then, that was just starting conference play for Morehead. When they first met, Morehead had just played 3 conference games, and Reidsville had played 4. So it'll be interesting to see how it works out offensively. Avery Bigelow had a big game in their last matchup with 19 points. The senior on senior night being recognized. Do you smell a big game on the way for Avery?
I could see that for sure. I could see him playing lights out tonight and being really focused in. I mean, this is not the last game for them, but it's. He'll have at least one more game at Morehead?
Yeah,
for conference, yeah.
One more game for conference.
Yep.
Potentially 2.
But this is the big one. This is the granddaddy of them all right here in Rockingham County.
And how it goes for the conference tournaments, at least for now, the top seed for girls basketball hosts the championship. So in the 2A conference, that will be T.W. Andrews, who's run away with the conference title.
Okay.
So if Reidsville makes it to that championship on the boys' side, or one of our 2A girls teams makes it to the championship, it'll be at TW Andrews. And on the girls' side, most likely it will be Ben L. Smith.
Okay.
As they lead the conference right now.
TW Andrews, we love that place.
Oh, we had fun there at the Ed Price Classic.
We had a blast. The atmosphere was crazy. It was awesome.
So we'll see how things fall. We'll keep you up to date on RoCo Radio, RoCoRadio.com. We'll also be back on the airwaves Friday night from Rockingham County High School. It's Rockingham County and Atkins Senior Night, covering all 4 senior nights this year. Thanks to Jonathan Hatley, who's in McMichael. Jay Ramey taking the week off. But Hatley said, you know what? We got to cover all the senior nights. You want me to go down there by myself and call the games for McMichael and North Forsyth? And I said, absolutely I do.
That's Hatley's territory. He knows what he's doing. He's the mayor of McMichael High School. He's taking care of business down there. He's got his VIP office set up. We've seen his setup. He took a picture of it.
He took a picture. He said, hey, the power outlet's not working, but we make do. I don't know where he plugged in. He might have ran a cord down all the way to the –
They went and bought him something special. It didn't matter. They were looking out for him.
The mayor's got privileges, huh?
Yeah, he's got privileges. They probably got him free concessions. And, here we go. We're sitting with the AD, and we're telling them about Coach Dan Lanning in the house, and he doesn't bring us anything. He doesn't bring us nothing. He brought Dan Lanning a Gatorade. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Hatley seems like the type of guy that's always prepared, though.
Oh, he's very prepared.
He's got a snack in the bag.
Hatley is very attention to detail. I mean, we've seen his stats.
Yeah.
I mean, they are that is Class A stats right there that he does. And that's no exaggeration. That is legit. He is pinpoint.
Avery Bigelow of Morehead on the left side. The captain for the Panthers on the right side, Janiah Sharp and Brian Quinn. As both teams meet at center court, the captains with the officials before tonight's tip-off. In just about 2 minutes, we'll have your starting lineups in Star Spangled Banner. From here inside Morehead High School, check it out. The Panther pit down there is full. The student section, Rocky Balboa is standing. Rocky Balboa does not sit.
He doesn't sit. Rocky Balboa
unless there's a stool.
He doesn't sit. He even in the what was that? The animal store that Adrian worked at. He was constantly trying to help her out and feed the turtles. He had his turtles. Remember those turtles?
That's right.
Yeah.
For those just joining us, the student section with boxing gloves on and boxing robes on as well.
I like it though. I like it. So this matchup brings the rivalry. It brings the intensity. It is going to be a 12-round boxing match is what we're in store for tonight, is what I'm hoping for. No holds barred. Maybe a few technical fouls here and there. We'll see.
Speaking of technical, I got to get to this real quick.
Okay.
We were talking about, my disdain for Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Have you've heard Woody Durham's call of the technical foul?
Oh, absolutely.
Isn't that one of the greatest calls of all time? I might be a little bit biased just because of my Michigan hatred.
The greatest.
He calls a timeout. Technical foul.
The greatest of all time. Every time that documentary comes on, I have to watch it.
We'll take you down to center court for the Star Spangled Banner and tonight's starting lineups.
Our officials for this evening's contest are Lyle Smith, Franklin Johnson, and Seth Strobel. Please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem.
Whose God and
this evening's contest. First, for the visiting Reidsville Rams, starting at center, number 0, junior Kendra Harrison. And starting at forward, senior, number 2, Christian Scales. And starting at guard, senior, number 3, Janice Sharp. And starting at forward, senior, number 10, Cameron Jones. And starting at guard, junior, number 1, Deontay Neal. The Reidsville Rams are led by head coach Jason Ross and assistant coaches Cleo Rahman, Gerard Neal, Titus Jones, and Chico Galloway. Also assistant coach Justin Massey. And here's your starting lineup for the Morehead Panthers. Starting at guard, junior number 3, Titus Woods. And starting at forward, junior number 4, Josiah Thomas. And starting at guard, senior number 10, Cooper Martin. And starting at forward, senior number 21, Ryan Dillard. And starting at center, senior number 24, Avery Bigelow. The Panthers are led by head coach David Price, assistant coaches David Price, Jeff Harris, and Brandon Timpson. Once again, folks, the season's winding down. The game was originally scheduled for Friday in Walkertown. It's going to be tomorrow night. That will be the last game of the regular season for the Panthers. So let's get out and support our Panthers. As we gear up
For your starting lineups.
postseason.
The seniors in for Morehead, Ryan Dillard, Cooper Martin. Your starters alongside Josiah Thomas, Titus Woods, and the senior big man, Avery Bigelow. And for the Reidsville Rams, Deontay Neal, Christian Scales, Janiah Sharp, Cam Jones, and Kendra Harrison. Morehead in their white uniforms. Reidsville in their blue uniforms. My partner stretches the elbows.
Ready to clock in?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Bigelow on the right side. On the left side is Harrison. Harrison tips it to Neal and right to the cup.
Here we go.
Like clockwork.
Yeah, every time.
2-0 lead for the Rams, just underway. 7:50 to play in the first. Far side for Woods, the junior, covered by Neal. On the wing, tight coverage by Neal. Pass with 2 hands is tipped, picked up though by Thomas. Thomas holds the basketball, covered by Neal. Just off the logo far side, behind the back to the free throw line. Kick it to Dillard. Now top for Martin. Martin back into the hands of Thomas. Thomas covered now by Cam Jones, top of the key. Looks inside, now stops back to the logo. 2-0 lead for the Rams here early in the first. Thomas settles for 3. Jones, hand in the air. It's in the hands of Harrison on the rebound. Right up the floor, left to right. Spin in the lane for Cameron Jones. It doesn't fall. Harrison with the putback, and the tip goes in for Harrison.
The big man.
4-0 lead for the Rams. 1 minute in here at Morehead High School. Far side for Woods, now to Josiah Thomas. JoJo covered by J9. Near side for Dillard. Top of the key for Martin. Pass it around the perimeter. Far side now for Woods, covered by Neal. It's tipped up in the air, but picking it up is Woods in the lane, off the heel on the layup. Power rebound inside for Woods with the underhand layup. He sneaks it in there. Up the floor the other way in the corner. Stop and shoot it for Harrison off the back iron. Rebound almost to Neal at the free throw line. On the numbers for the Panthers, the easy layup by Woods doesn't fall. Bigelow the rebound with the little fade too. In the paint. We're tied 4-4.
Oh my.
Far side 3 for Neal. Rebound Harrison with 2 hands right to Scales. 1 hand on the glass.
The help defense has to be there for Morehead tonight. You have got to play a flawless defensive game to match up with Reidsville.
Right to left for the Panthers. Titus Woods handles it, poked away on the far sideline, out of bounds by Neal. It'll stay with the Panthers as we'll have our regular starters in for the Panthers. Roy Thompson will check in and Kevin Corum. So it's Thomas, Woods, Corum, Bigelow, and Thompson. for the Panthers. Thomas to inbound, gets it to Woods. Now he works to get past the timeline on the far side, covered by Neal. Lowers his shoulder, gets past midcourt. Now pass to the elbow, and the handoff from Thompson. Back to Woods, turns, pivots on the left foot. Now back to the far side wing. Thomas takes a step in, now back out to the perimeter. Woods all the way back to midcourt, covered by Neal. Back to the basket for just a second. Bigelow on the far side wing, loses the ball in the paint. Almost picked up by Thompson. It's in the hands of Neal, though, up the floor. Bounce pass far side to Jones on the wing. Crossover and into the paint with the one-handed pass to Kendre.
There it is again.
Harrison with 4 of Reidsville's 8. They lead it by 4. 5:11 to play here in the first. Far side now for Woods. It's poked away by Harrison. Goes out of bounds near sideline all the way from the far side. Him and Bigelow go after it. It'll go out of bounds off the hands of Harrison, so Bigelow will inbound near side. Bigelow had 19 points the last time these two teams met as he inbounds on the near side. Woods takes the basketball right to left. At midcourt is Neal with the defense. Far side corner, bounce pass Thomas inside on the baseline. Turn and block with 2 hands is Bigelow by Harrison. Into the hands of Jones in the corner. Up the floor. Euro, underhand layup. J9, you're a sick man.
Goodness.
2 points for J9. Near side for Woods. Full court pressure. Back to the basket. Trying to poke the basketball is Neal. Stays with Thomas. It's poked up by Jones. Picked back up by Woods. Now in the corner for Thompson. He'll slip out of bounds near the baseline in the corner. Reidsville basketball. Inbound on the far side baseline for Christian Scales.
That's
10-4 lead for the Rams.
And that's one thing you cannot do if you're Morehead. You cannot turn this football. You cannot turn this basketball over. Uh-oh.
Far side wing, 3 for Scales. In and out rebound to Bigelow. Just off the low block on the far side. Hands it to his point guard, Woods. Up the floor in the corner, far side for Thomas. Covered by Jones. Back to Thompson, top of the key. Cora, near side wing, covered by Scales. Off the screen, Thomas, top of the key, 3. Good.
There it is.
Josiah Thomas with 5 of Morehead's 7. 10-7. Far side, J9. No look back out to the wing on the drive to Neal. Neal at the free throw line, goes to the near side wing. Christian Scales.
There it is.
5 points for Scales, 13-7. This is what Morehead wants to do, though. They need to slow it down a bit.
I mean, the pace of the game right now is leaning towards Morehead, but they cannot turn the basketball over.
Near side wing for Thomas. In the corner for Woods. Near side covered by Neal. Back to the basket for Thomas. Just off the low block. Turn with the leaner. It doesn't fall. In and out rebound to Neal. Up the floor on the far side wing. J9's in the paint. The jumper off the elbow doesn't fall. One-handed pull down by Avery Bigelow. Secures the basketball. Gets it to the far side to his point guard, Titus Woods. Right to left for the Panthers. Down 13-7. 3:13 to play here in the first. Woods conducts the offense. Corum on the screen on the baseline. Works his way here to the near side wing. Gets the ball from Woods. Covered by J9. Bounce pass inside to Thomas. Back to the basket. One-handed pass. Top of the key. Pump fake for Woods. Free throw jumper is blocked by Harrison. Picked up by Jones. Two-handed pass. Right to the cup. And a slam for J9 on the near side. 4 points for J9. Timeout. Head coach Damian Price. 15-7 lead. Reidsville. 2:46 to play here in the first quarter. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Two Rivers Plaza, Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today. Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services.
So how about the mismatch right there? So you had Woods against Harrison. You had Bigelow against Neal. I mean, you know which one you have to take. You have to take the one against Bigelow and Neal. Let him get some touches. You got to feed the big man tonight. No doubt in my mind, that's who you've got to feed. Inside and out basketball. That's what Morehead plays. They play from the inside out. They're going to want to feed it, give it to him, but then pass it out for the 3 with Corum and even Bigelow. He can shoot the 3.
I mean, Bigelow has that nice touch inside too. If he can turn from the basket with the jumper. Yep, he's definitely the weapon you want to start with. 15-7, 2:46 to play in the first. 5 for Christian Scales, 2 for Neal, 4 for Harrison. 5 for Josiah Thomas, 2 for Bigelow. Pacing the scoring for the Panthers. Panthers will inbound, far side, baseline. Moving right to left, Thompson. Inbounds to Titus Woods. Takes 3 bounces in the hands of the point guard. Dribbles with the right hand. Picked up by Neal and Sharp. Pass it into the free throw line. Turnaround jumper for Bigelow. Off the iron. Rebound inside to Harrison. Just goes up over Thompson to grab it. Far side wing drive. Now stop and pop for Deontay Neal. And one on the baseline on the left side. Good vision with the basketball there.
I mean, just a burst of speed.
We talk about Jones a lot rebounding, the glue man, right? But his vision with the basketball to find scores, it's unmatched at times.
Yes, it is.
Free throw is in and out for Neal. Rebound Bigelow on the baseline. 10-point lead for the Rams. 2:25 to play here in the first. Far side, Thomas trapped by Scales and Neal. Works it near side to Thompson. Tipped up in the air, but past midcourt to Cora. Far side now for Woods. Over and back. The pass was not quite past midcourt. Like you said, you can't have those.
You can't have those. You cannot have turnovers against Reidsville.
Skylar Perez will check in for Morehead.
We've seen this same old storybook before. You start having turnovers against these guys, it's 30 a point. It's a 30-point lead before you know it.
Between the legs for Sharp. Lob pass inside to Jones. Turns in the paint with one hand on the left side.
I've been wanting to say this, Mama. There goes that man, Cameron Jones.
19-7. Up the floor, right to left for the Panthers. Near side wing. It's in the hands of Thomas. Now Woods back to the basket. Covered by Neal at midcourt. Near side wing, Thomas right there with the coverage is Cameron Jones. Looks to swipe the basketball. Resets on defense. Crossover move by Thomas to the near side elbow. Bounce pass inside. Thompson loose handle of it. Picked up by Bigelow and blocked by Harrison. Out of bounds on the far side corner.
Nobody really wanted to put that shot up because they seen Kendra right there.
When he's in your peripheral.
Yo, you want to pass that bad boy back out. Look for a better shot.
Woods with the inbound. Near side pump fake for Thomas with the Euro and swatted to the near side. Saved by J9, but into the hands of Thomas. He ain't afraid. He goes to the lane against Kendra and draws the foul.
And that's smart basketball right there. That's a good basketball IQ. Go in there, take the body blows, get fouled, go to the free throw line. Oh, even Kendra's trying to talk up the he's clapping with them.
Talking to the Panther pit. Student section here at Morehead. First free throw is good for Thomas. I don't know if you saw it during intros, but he blew him a kiss during the intros.
Oh, my.
So he was prepared. Brian Gwynn checks in for Harrison.
You don't want to light that fuse.
Second free throw is good for Thomas. He's got 7 of Morehead's 9. Neal, near side wing. Scales is wide open. 3. His second 3 of the night.
And if you're Morehead, you have to play tight defense no matter who it is. Anybody can score on this team.
Near side for JoJo Thomas, covered by Jones.
Good.
Entry pass inside. Easy look for Thompson off the glass.
Great backdoor cut right there, and Coach Ross takes a timeout. He's not happy with that.
What a look for Thompson with 2 hands on the beautiful dish from Thomas. 22-11. 1:04 to play here in the first quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years at 111 Boone Row. Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items, such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, the chuck wagon, and so much more at Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In, 111 Boone Road, near the roundabout. Many of games won here at Morehead High School, and many of trips to Circle Drive-In after.
Oh, you got that right, especially those hot dogs all the way.
Left to right for the Rams. Neal in the lane, draws the foul.
Partner, I think it's little matchup between Deontay Neal and Titus Woods is going to start to pick up. I'm kind of noticing a little frustration here.
Neal at the free throw line. The foul on Avery Bigelow. That's a rare occurrence.
What in the world? Okay, Deontay, let me help you out, my man. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Here we go. All right, there, bouncing a couple times.
The breath is so key here.
Bend your knees. He got it.
He got it down. Neal has 5, 23-11 here in the first. 50 seconds remaining. Thompson near sideline. Passes it off the screen on the baseline. Perez 3. Way long rebound to Jones. Jones handles it up the floor. The point forward into the lane. Bounces off a defender. Rebound Bigelow. With two hands, hands it off to Woods. 33 seconds here in the first. 23-11 Reidsville. Right to left for Woods. Pass it past midcourt to Thomas on the wing, covered by Scales. Back to Perez, way off the perimeter at midcourt with 20 seconds. Almost poked away by J9. It will go out of bounds. Past midcourt, it went back the opposite side. On the near sideline, it will be an inbound for Morehead with 17.2.
So now you got Kendra Harrison out. You've got to get the matchup with Bigelow and Brian Gwynn. That's your best bet right now if you're Morehead. Start looking inside. Feeding Bigelow.
And if you can find Corum maybe on a screen 3.
That would be good too.
Woods gets it in on the inbound, past the timeline, almost poked away. Spinning out of it. Pump fake. Jumper from the free throw line, off the heel. Skying for the rebound is JoJo Thomas, but it goes off his hands, out of bounds.
Yep, Coach Ross is going off.
It'll stay with Morehead. Baseline inbound far side. 5.4 on the clock. 23-11 here in the first. Woods looking for somebody to inbound to. Wide open in the corner. Thomas 3. Off the side iron. Rebound. Thompson looks for the corner 3. It goes out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds before the shot. So after one, a 23-11 lead for Reidsville. Here at Morehead High School senior night. Scoring summary, Scales with 8 and 2 threes for the Rams. Deontay Neal with 5, 4 for J9, 2 for Cam Jones, and 4 for Kendra Harrison. For the Morehead Panthers, 7 for Josiah Thomas, 2 for Bigelow, and 2 for Thompson.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, Reidsville's not running and gunning. It's still, within reach. Morehead is slowing this game down. And they're getting wide open shots. They're just not hitting them. I mean, if there's at least 2 or 3 times that they were wide open for at least 1, 2, and then you had 2 threes, I mean, you could have easily been looking at a 5 or 6 point ball game right now. You just got to hit these shots.
Unfortunately, in a game like this, when maybe you're leaning on the 3 a bit too much, this is a team that shoots 26% from 3, Morehead.
Yep.
You got to work that ball in.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to work it that way.
Yeah, you got to work it inside to Avery Bigelow and to your big man, inside and out, get the flow of the half-court offense going.
Update from senior night at McMichael High School. It's the Phoenix down 18-12 to North Forsyth. Thanks to Melita in the comments. If you're listening in, let us know where you're listening from and join us in the comments. We love having you with us. JoJo Thomas hands off to Titus Woods. Behind the back, covered by Neal. Doesn't lose him with the move. Hands it off to Thomas. Now back to Woods. Around the perimeter. Corum on the far side wing. Covered by Galloway. Near side wing for Thomas. Looking for that entry to Thompson. Covered by Jones. There's nowhere in the lane to go to. Back around the perimeter. Far side for Corum. Corum passes back to Woods at the logo. 7:33 to play here in the second. Just underway here in this quarter. Far side corner for Thompson. With 2 hands, a dribble, now pass it to the wing, Bigelow, back to Thomas in the hands of Corum, top of the key. Now back to the point guard, Woods with the left hand, switches to the right, now near side wing, pass to Corum, back to Woods. Woods looks on the far side wing, there's just nowhere to go in the perimeter.
No. You've got to pick a one-on-one matchup and go with it.
Neal covers Woods, gets past him just a bit, pass it to Corum, covered by Galloway. Entry pass is stolen by Jones. 2 hands to J9, to the glass on the switch with 1 hand. Went to the left hand, he's got 6. 25-11. Right side now for Woods. Bounce pass inside. Bigelow turn it. Face on the jumper. It's just short. Thompson almost got the rebound and said to Harrison, push the floor. Power dribble to the lane.
Ooh.
Spinning is Neal on the layup. It won't fall, but he'll head to the free throw line.
This is what Reidsville does. I mean, we see it all the time.
Scales will check out.
I'm ready to see Kendra get in on the action a little bit with the Panther pit over there. I'll tell you what. The start of the next half, Reidsville's going to be going that way. And if he throws down one,
boy.
oh my goodness. He is going to let them have it.
Check that. Scales is going to check back into the ball game for Cameron Jones. Neal makes this first. Second is good as well. 7 points for Neal. 27-11 lead for Reidsville. Far side up the floor for Morehead.
Oh, good
For
pass.
Webb. Inside to Bigelow and blocked at the glass by Harrison. Two-handed up the floor. J9 will have a foul before
Oh, my.
here on the near sideline.
He pinned that up against the backboard. And
Oh, they
said,
call goaltend?
no.
Oh, okay.
No way.
I thought you were saying they called goaltend.
No, he just pinned that up against the backboard, and he said, no, sir. Not in my house.
Bounce pass J9 in to Neal. Over top of the key, nice screen.
There it is.
And the lob to Kendry from Deontay Neal.
Oh, my. Here we go.
What a beautiful screen by Jones. Set on Webb. It gave Neal just enough space for the one-handed lob to the right side of the glass.
Here we go
and the dunk.
again.
Jones gets the ball loose. J9 bounce pass into Neal for two.
And I'm telling you, it's like a snowball effect. If you keep turning this ball over, this is what you're going to get.
31-11. Webb, mid-court, near side, works his way to the wing.
Oh,
back
he
to the
picked-
basket, pick of the pocket. Deontay Neal looks for a teammate. Lob off the glass to Kendrick.
Oh, my goodness.
8 points for Harrison. 4 of them on back-to-back dunks.
Well, I mean, Panther Pit, you got anything to say on that? I don't think so. It's pretty quiet over there.
Well, Rocky's throwing the fist.
Oh.
33-11. Tonight's game brought to you by our friends at Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed in late 2023, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987, providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey when greater comfort and rapid response matter most. Make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Timeout, second quarter, 33-11. Back-to-back turnovers leads to back-to-back slams.
You got J9 cranking his soldier boy. Look, there he goes.
Sitting in the paint all by himself, doing the soldier boy.
Oh.
Harrison put his gloves up with Rocky Balboa with a smile. That was cool to see, too. 5:30 to play here in the second. 33-11 Reidsville. Webb near side to Thomas. JoJo a go-go on the bounce pass in the corner to Cora
There it
for
is.
three.
Now that's Morehead basketball right there. That's what you got to do.
33-14. J9 near side wing to Neal. Top of the key for J9. Looks inside, no look to Cam Jones at the free throw line, back on the perimeter. What a knifing pass by Neal to Jones, inside Harrison on the baseline. The both were darn near out of bounds in the air. Harrison threw it off the defender, and it stays with Reidsville. Neal will inbound. Lob City, USA.
Yep, there it
right
is.
into Harrison, and who draws a foul to the line. The lob right inside the paint. Thompson's first foul. 3 team fouls for Morehead here in the second. 33-14, Reidsville with Harrison at the line. First free throw in and out. Score update from McMichael High School. Oh,
no,
don't do that.
Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go.
The Panther pitch saying overrated. Harrison raising his hands in the air with a smile, by the way.
You don't want to do that.
Don't wake up the giant.
You don't want to do that.
They're young. They don't know. Score update from McMichael. North Forsyth up 22-20 on senior night.
Oh, my.
Both free throws missed by Harrison. Rebound Bigelow. In the hands of Webb. Webb is going to be covered by Harrison. Gets it to Bigelow. It's knocked loose near the baseline. Picked up by Scales. One-handed pass is intercepted at midcourt. Out the floor for the Panthers in the corner for Corum. Far side 3. Off the side iron. Grabs his own rebound darn near in the corner.
I'm not sure.
It'll go out of bounds.
That wasn't clean.
I thought it was.
Oh, you're going to sit here. We've seen what happened the last time somebody chanted overrated.
Near side wing. Scales is wide open again for 3. Off the back iron. Rebound Bigelow. Long rebound just off the elbow. Hands it to his point guard Webb with 4:24 to play here in the second. 33-14 Reidsville. Corums gets the pass near side wing, almost stripped away by Jones. Baseline screen. Pass from Woods inside to Bigelow. Back out to Peterson for 3. Off the heel. Rebound Peterson on his own shot. One-hander. The floater is good. Tavion Peterson with his first 2 points. 33-16. Up the opposite way, left to right. No-look pass into Cameron Jones at the free throw line. Just off the low block. Hendry now back inside to Jones. Looks for the layup. Draws a foul. Head to the line. Cameron Jones. Gary in the comments are going to learn not to tell Big O he's overrated.
I mean, they can't do that. It's just something they cannot do.
First free throw is no good for Jones.
And Kendra don't get mad about it. He has fun with this stuff. He loves it.
I've seen times where it's motivated him.
And
This one, not so much.
It'll motivate him, but he still has fun with it.
Second free throw doesn't fall either for Cameron Jones. 33-16 Reidsville. Morehead basketball right to left. Corum, far side wing. Just off the perimeter. Now back to Webb at the top. Webb looks back to the far side. On the right side of the floor. Corum now works left side to JoJo Thomas. Josiah Thomas looking for somebody to pass it to. Has to hand it back to Corum, covered by Scales. Just off the logo at midcourt, right to left for the Panthers. Down 33-16. Bigelow looks outside with the one-handed pass. He goes inside. It's batted away and stolen by Jones. Right up the floor, draws a foul again. Cameron Jones back to the line.
My man, Cameron Jones, making his presence felt tonight.
That's going to be the 3rd foul on Bigelow here in the second. It's team foul number 5.
And then you got
for the Panthers.
Rocky Balboa arguing with Monty Dillard over there.
Oh, don't be arguing with Monty.
Come on, Monty.
Come on. Who are you taking in that matchup?
Oh, I'm taking Monty. You kidding me?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Monty back in his playing basketball days. My goodness. You talking about a baller.
Jones misses the first, but he nails the second. Inbound for the Panthers. Behind the basket, almost knocked loose in the hands of Thompson. Thomas tries to go back to Thompson. Harrison with the steal all the way up the floor. Two-handed jam on the right side.
Okay, let's see what he does at the other end. Okay, keep calm, cool.
He's just going to jog over.
Okay.
Stolen by Neal. One-hander to the cup.
They're going to here we go. They're going to pressure.
Full court pressure. Thompson in the corner. Wide open Corum. He's got a sweet touch.
He's got a smooth stroke.
He nails his second 3 of the evening, 38-19. Near side wing for J9 on the drive to the basket. From the free throw line, back out to Scales. Wing jumper for 2. Off the back iron, Peterson has the rebound, and a foul is going to be called on Kendre. That's the first foul for Reidsville here in the second.
Oh, my.
The Panther pit saying you can't do that.
I mean, but you got to look at the scoreboard, though.
Man, Reidsville fans over here were cheering about Rocky. I'm not sure quite what. In the corner,
Oh!
Peterson, and that one is swatted like a beach ball on a Sunday afternoon. Kendre Harrison sent it into the crowd. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God. And then they still saying overrated.
Inbound near side for the Panthers. Corum to inbound on their side of the floor. Webb, top of the key, just off the left side, covered by Neal. Full court pressure. Back to the basket, has to turn on Neal. Now pass to Corum, just off the midcourt line. Peterson, top of the key, covered by Jones, hands it off to Webb. Neal's right there with the defense on the far side wing. One-handed pass, batted away by Galloway, picked up by Harrison. Push it up the floor in the corner. It'll go out of bounds. Trying to get it up in transition. Harrison.
He's still calling him out.
.203 to play here in the second, 38-19. Webb past the timeline, right to left. Tight defense. Galloway covers Corum. Corum gets a little screen by Travis. Travis in the corner, back to Corum. Corum drives the baseline, just can't get the touch. It's rebounded by Neal. Up the floor, left to right. Near side wing, covered by Peterson. A nice little okey-doke step to the basket on the leader. Draws a foul. Just off the low block. Beat him with 2 steps there.
Who would have knew? Here we are, Eden, North Carolina, calling the Morehead Reidsville game. And we got Rocky Balboa trying to argue with Kendre Harrison.
Oh, man.
What in the world is going on? And calling him overrated.
I mean, if there is somebody that can call Kendre overrated,
I mean,
it might be Rocky Balboa.
I just think
Maybe.
I'm almost for certain everywhere we go now. And it's like when we get together, we see the craziest stuff. Every game.
Against Southeast Alamance last week, the overrated chant started and Kendre went berserk. Both free throws good for Neal. He's got 13. And the baseline inbound is knocked out of bounds by Jones on the inbound from Travis. So they'll reset it. Right to left for the Panthers. Corum will inbound instead of Travis. Inbound to Webb, covered by 2. Bounce pass in the hands of Corum. Now near side, Josiah Thomas to Tavion Peterson. To the cup with the underhand layup. Doesn't fall. Rebound powered inside by Thomas with the putback. Josiah Thomas powering the offense, 9 of 21 for Morehead. 40-21, 1:14 to play here in the first half. Slow bounce pass inside to Jones, knocked away, stolen by Corum. Webb will slow play it up the floor, right to left. Crossover move, near side to Peterson with the pass on the wing. Now off the screen, it's Josiah Thomas gets the handoff, covered by J9. Stolen in the lane. Deontay Neal has nothing but glass and a rim. Easy layup after another steal tonight. He's got 15. 45 seconds to play. The pass from Thomas to Webb. Webb was not ready for it. It goes out of bounds in front of the bench.
It was more like a pass from Thomas to Coach Price.
Right.
Coach Price can still ball now, but, you know, he's not. He's coaching the team. He's not playing.
Skylar Perez checks in for the Panthers. As does Dillard. Far side now, J9, handoff on the inbound. The 3 doesn't fall. Rebound Travis behind the basket, covered by Jones. Hands off to Tavion Peterson. 35 seconds to play in the second. 42-21. Reidsville. Dillard 3. Doesn't get the friendly roll. Out of bounds on the baseline. Will go off the hands of Travis. Reidsville ball. Bounce pass inbound by J9 to Deontay Neal. He'll walk up to midcourt. He'll be met there by Tavion Peterson. Bounce pass near side to J9. No hustle, no need. Far side in the corner for Galloway. 3 on the left side. Off the back iron, rebound to Dillard. Dillard thought about passing. Now with 8 seconds, passes to Peterson. Pass midcourt. Now in the corner, Skylar Perez. 3 at the horn. Will not fall. 2 seconds remaining. It goes out of bounds with .8 Reidsville ball. Can you get a touch shot here?
You can launch one. That's enough time.
Pass it to Galloway way up in
No,
the corner.
let it roll. Let it roll. Let it roll.
How did he get that off in time?
Oh!
So it rolled in front of Neal. The coverage was picked up by Travis. Neal picked it up off the roll, took a dribble with .8, and still got the shot off.
He's the man. That's Deontay Neal doing Deontay Neal things. That's what he does.
42-21 at the half. Here from Morehead High School. Go to the comments. Melita says, y'all attract all the strange folks.
We do.
What can we say?
We do.
What can we say? Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, as well as Cooler Ice, Two Rivers Plaza, Penrose Car Wash, Sandy Cross General Merchandise, one of our basketball sponsors as well.
Go
Thanks
ahead,
to our
partner.
sponsors.
Go ahead, partner. So, you know how I have great 20/20 vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
So
when the glasses are on.
All right. So I want you to look to your right.
Okay.
This row right here.
Okay.
You got 2 goats. You got Jimmy T.
Where?
You got Eric T. The 2
Where?
goats.
Where? Let me stand up.
Stand
I'm short.
up. Stand up. You're going to see
All right.
the
Looking
2
down.
goats, Jimmy Teague and Eric Teague right beside him.
I think you're making stuff up. I don't see him.
The kid. Look at this kid right here.
Okay, I
Look
see.
right. Look at the man.
All right. There they are.
There they are.
There they are.
There they are. What's the chances of getting Jimmy Teague on here?
I just want an autograph.
What's the chances? What are the chances?
Usually pretty good.
You think so?
Speaking of
You
celebrities,
think we could
looks-
ask him what he's got on?
Look who's down on the baseline. Our guy, Trooper Wright.
Trooper Wright. Man, we've got celebrity status tonight. Rocky Balboa, Trooper Wright, Jim Sands, Eric T, Jimmy T,
Where's Apollo Creed?
Monty Dillard.
Hey, I want you to go ask Coach T what he wants on his hot dog. Go get him a hot dog.
I'm telling you.
You should have brought
if
some
we-
cash for
If
Coach.
we can get him on the broadcast right now, I will ask this man, Coach T,
Coach,
the GOAT,
Coach, please stay over there.
what do you like on your hot dog, my man? We've been trying to figure this out since football season.
Do you remember football season? I think it was like week 10 or 11.
This was the next to last week, yep.
Oh, no, it was the first round of the playoffs. So after you asked it on air and just, I'm not ready for that, which I'm expecting from my partner. I mean, that's what you do.
That's what I do.
I've never in my mind until that moment thought about what Coach T has in a hot dog.
Okay.
I'll never forget the next week I had to ask Coach Eric Teague what his dad likes on a hot dog.
And he just looking at us like,
He's like, what is wrong
what is wrong with you guys? Are you kidding me? What do you-
And then we had to try and explain why we were asking, and that made it even worse.
We'll recap the story. So, we're at Morehead. It's Morehead Reidsville. And, with like 2 minutes left until halftime, the GOAT, Jimmy Teague, he just comes down with his headset on, and he's nonchalantly just walking, and he stands there at the stairs where you walk down into Morehead Football Stadium. He's just standing there with his headset on. I'm like, what is this dude doing? Is he going to get a hot dog? I wonder what he likes on his hot dog. And, honestly, it wouldn't surprise me that, a GOAT like Jimmy T would walk to the concession stands with his headset on and place an order while he's calling a play.
He's earned that right.
He's earned that right.
One day we're going to have to get wireless headsets so we can do the same thing.
I mean,
Walk up with a headset and order a chili dog.
If that's the case, I mean, we're going to be on the field.
You ain't seeing this guy on the field, I'll tell you that much. At the half, a 42-21 lead for Reidsville here on senior night at Morehead High School. 15 points for Deontay Neal. Christian Scales with 8. J9 with 6. 3 for Cam Jones. 10 for Kendra Harrison. For the Panthers, 9 for Josiah Thomas. 6 for Kevin Corum. 2 for Avery Bigelow. 2 for Thompson. And 2 for Peterson. Glad to have you along. RoCo Radio, RoCoRadio.com. Reminder, we'll be on the air on Friday from Rockingham County High School. Joe Dexter, David Woods, senior night as Rockingham County takes on Atkins. And, of course, we'll be back for the conference tournaments. We'll be on the air for the playoffs as well and into baseball following. So, busy time here at RoCo Radio. I thought Brian Gwynn was going to dunk there for a second. Of course, some great talent on the softball diamond and baseball diamond.
What are you looking forward? I mean, what are you looking forward to seeing as far as when it comes to baseball?
I'm really looking forward to seeing Ava Grace Pruitt pitch for Rockingham County. I'm looking forward to seeing how Morehead looks on the diamond after last year, the last 2 years, strong performances, but losing a lot of talent. How do the young guys step up in what could be a tough conference? I'm looking forward to seeing Reidsville and Christian Scales at shortstop and on the mound.
Shortstop, a 6'8" shortstop.
I'm serious. From what I've heard, I'm thinking Ellie De La Cruz at shortstop.
My man. There we go.
Committed to Norfolk State, home of the legend, number 7, Michael
Vick. That's right.
The new head coach of the football program. So looking forward to seeing what Christian does on the diamond. McMichael's always good at baseball. And McMichael's softball, by the way, legendary the last couple of years. So I'm looking forward to seeing them, too, on the diamond.
Man.
We got some talent in these places, in these parks.
Talent everywhere. So, let's see. So we got the playoffs starting. Is there a team? I mean, I'm going to ask this question again.
Why?
Just because. Just because. I mean, you do a lot of research. You're very good at what you do. Is there anybody, in the rankings right now, and, you're looking it up, is there anybody that can match up with Reidsville?
The short answer is no. But
I mean, we got to ask. We always have to ask the hard questions and go through the whole spiel, and that's what we do.
The short answer is no, but that doesn't mean it can't. You know sports. You know how it works.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I have to ask these questions. At any point in time, there could be an off night. There could be an off shooting. I'm not saying, I'm just doing what we do. We have to talk about these things. I mean, what we see with our own eyes is absolute greatness.
As far as the West is concerned, I don't see a team in the West.
Okay. Me
personally, I don't. You look at the top 5 teams: Surrey Central at 17-3, 18-5 Lincolnton, Maiden at 18-4, 19-1 Randleman.
Nah, we can throw that to the side. I
don't see anybody that scares me at all in the 2A West. The 2A East, it's not really a different story, but you just got to have respect for a couple teams because of their historic basketball runs. And you look at what Farmville Central has done in the past. They're 19-4, the top RPI. They beat Reidsville in the state championship 2 years ago. Last year lost to Reidsville in the state championship. Do we see a three-peat and then anything can be thrown out the window in that state championship? Maybe.
Yeah.
But even outside of that, Kinston at 17-4, Southwest Onslow. Now, these East teams, we don't know much about them.
No, we don't.
But still. I mean, unless an act of God happens.
No, don't jinx it. Don't jinx. You better be knocking on wood as hard as you can right now.
Just don't see it happening.
No. I mean, they're just they're a very complete team. And then when you look at the roster, you look at the starting lineup, I mean, 6'8", 6'8". Cam Jones, 6'3", 6'4"-ish.
And then, you got a 5'9" guard, but he's the fastest guard in the state.
Yeah. I mean, and then you got complimentary players that come in like Brian Gwynn, Frankie Galloway.
That have only gotten better throughout the season.
Yep.
But Coach Ross would be the first to say, you play the games.
You play the game.
You don't
and
just
he's going to tell you that. He's always got something to coach up each and every time.
Every time.
Every time.
That's what you love about Coach Ross and several other coaches. They're always, no matter what, it's 42-21. He's coaching every moment. It doesn't matter.
He and I'll probably tell him just to pick on him a little bit, make him laugh. It's like he's about to have a heart attack. He's out there about to stroke out. And just, it could be the smallest thing, and it will tear him up till no end. That's what I love about him. He's fiery.
J9 taps up a fan, then goes to take the inbound, but they'll switch. Christian Scales will inbound at midcourt near side as we start the third quarter. 42-21 lead for Reidsville with the basketball right to left. Neal near side wing, bumped by Woods, goes for the lob inside for Harrison, knocked out of bounds though by Thompson. J9 pointing out some wetness on the baseline as we wait for a towel. Coach Price will grab a towel. Now some players will wipe off the wet spot with their feet. Little Cotton Eye Joe dance down there on the baseline. Toe tapping. For Morehead and Reidsville, they get the spot wiped up in between the N and the T on the Panthers baseline.
And in the great state of North Carolina, we call that clogging.
Clogging.
We do a little clogging.
Thompson inbounds near side to Woods. Woods covered by Neal. Guard versus guard as he crosses the timeline near side, left to right. Off the screen, going to the corner was Thomas. The pass off the fingertips, out of bounds in the corner. Rams ball near side. Bounce pass in. Jones to Neal. Now Jones will walk from the corner inside the paint. Neal far side for J9. Jones with a screen on Corum. Covers him up, passing in the corner for Scales for three near side.
Man.
11 points for Scales. Corum, far side, pump fake. Drives to the elbow, spins off it, hands it off to Bigelow. Covered by Scales and Harrison, 6'8", 6'8" on the senior. And it forces a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Panthers. They'll inbound on the left side, baseline. 45-21 lead for the Rams. Inbound right to Corum for three.
Man, get him going.
Near side with the tray. He's got 3 threes. Neal on the baseline. Stops. Works it outside to J9. In and out on the perimeter three. Rebound Bigelow inside just off the low block. Hands it off to his point guard Woods near side. Top of the key now for Thompson. Here's Corum. Far side way. Covered by J9 in the passing lane. Christian Scales knocks it away, picked up by Corum on the far side, then stripped away with two hands in a crossover. J9 three off the heel. Rebound Corum. J9 smiles.
And Coach Ross is fuming.
He had a nice move but couldn't finish the play. Back to the basket for Woods. Left to right. Passes to Thompson just off the elbow. Knocked loose by J9, picked up by Woods. Far side wing into the lane with the high floater. He draws the foul. Is that number 3?
That's number 3 on Kendre.
We saw it earlier with Thomas. Woods showing there and not afraid of the interior of Reidsville, going right to the basket. Woods, the junior, to the free throw line. Looks like Coach Ross wanted some clarification on the foul. First free throw is good for Woods. Second free throw, bounces off the iron and rolls in. Woods' first 2 points of the night, 45-26. J9 with the pass, near side wing to Scales. Back to J9 in the lane, well short. Saved on the baseline, out of bounds.
That'll be Reidsville ball.
Reidsville ball. Harrison saved it on the baseline off of Corum. Inbound for Deontay Neal. Bounce pass to Jones around the perimeter. Now in the corner off the screen, Neal has it covered by Woods. Good pickup defensively. Crossover move. Step back at the elbow for Deontay. Off the heel, skying for the rebound is Jones. Rips it away with 2 hands. Now in the corner from J9. Christian Scales 3. Doesn't fall. Grabbing the rebound is Cameron. Bounce pass inside to Christian. Outside to Christian, who drives inside and draws the foul.
Cameron Jones. That is 2 offensive rebounds in the same possession.
Man.
Taking care of business in the paint.
Working overtime. BTO, baby.
That is, yeah, prime-time player. He's the elevator man. How you like that?
I do. I like it. Scales from the free throw line. First one is good. He's got 12. 20-point ball game, 46-26 Reidsville.
It sure was nice to see old Dickie V back in
Yeah, it was.
calling some college basketball.
Second one is good for Scales. Thomas covered by 2, near side to Woods. The guards float over Scales, and now Cameron Jones to cover Thomas on the far side. Neal's there with the help as well. Handed off to Woods. Neal goes back to cover just off the scorer's table far side. Into the lane for Thompson. It's batted away by Harrison. Bounce pass up near side. J9 just off the elbow to the glass. The foul will be on Woods. And J9 to the line.
The Panther Pit ain't had much to cheer about tonight. Been pretty quiet. Rocky just waving. Jim Sands. How about that? You got Jim Sands and Rocky side by side.
Side by side.
Wow.
Both free throws good for J9. He's got 8.
Timeout.
And a timeout.
Coach Ross.
Tonight's game brought to you by Two Rivers Plaza, Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road right here in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today. Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. I had to stop by Two Rivers Plaza today. You know, me in the car driving. It's never a good situation. Missed the turn on the Stadium Drive.
Oh, this dude tried to.
Thanks to Two Rivers Plaza, I was able to turn around.
Here this dude
I would have
was.
grabbed some cooler ice
No.
if I could have, but I was coming to the game, didn't have the cooler. I missed the turn, but Two Rivers Plaza was there to save the day.
They were there to save the day. But you can't tell me you tried to stop by Sheets when it's still closed.
Inbound to Woods in the corner from Thompson. Working it up the floor, left to right. Now Thomas goes into the lane. Harrison knocks it away. Neal right up the floor, and a nice scoop layup for J9.
And back to the full court press. Here we go. They're going to start trapping.
Woods covered by Scales here in the corner.
My.
Aaron pass way up in the air. Intended for Thomas, goes out of bounds, and Kendra Harrison is in the hallway
I thought
to
he was,
go grab it.
He was going to the concession stand to get him a
I
slice
thought
of
he might have
pizza.
been. Maybe a Gatorade.
Yeah. Kendra, they don't accept debit cards. You got to use cash only.
Neal gets it from Harrison on the inbound near side corner. Blazes past Woods. Woods able to pick up, though, defensively after the hesitation move by Neal. Between the legs. Goes right to the lane. Bounce pass. Harrison, power dribble, and one.
Well, what's Rocky got to say about that one? No, everybody's staying pretty quiet. Okay.
I think Rocky might want to listen to Kanye West. That man's got too much power.
Oh, no.
Oh, they're pointing the crutches now. This is not a good idea. Free throw off the front rim. Rebound Bigelow just off the baseline. Trapped in the corner is Woods by Jones and J9. Back to Bigelow. Now in the hands of Woods. Bounce pass past midcourt. Bigelow now in the corner to Corum. Bounce pass to the lane. Thompson for two.
There you go. It's a good possession right there for Morehead.
53-28. Right to left for the Rams. Neal, no look pass in the corner. Scales thought about shooting. Instead drives with two hands. Pretty off the glass on the baseline drive. 15 for Christian Scales. Ball is loose at midcourt. Picked up by J9. Crossover move just in front of the scorer's table. No look, bounce pass in the corner. Deontay Neal, three, front iron miss. Rebound in the hands of Corum. Passes way high in the air, knocked and batted. Bounce pass by Bigelow intended for Thomas, goes to Neal, right up the floor the other way. And another two-hander off the glass for Christian Scales. Full court pressure again. Harrison almost knocks it away. Saved near side by Bigelow into the hands of Jones. 3:30 to play here in the third. 57-28. No look pass intended for Harrison is knocked all the way into the Panther pit. It'll stay with Reidsville.
This is turned into an absolute track meet right now by Reidsville. Morehead just looks all out of syncs.
I need some Gatorade. Inbound for Neal to Jones. Far side wing, alley-oop on the baseline, intended for Harrison. Just a bit long, though, saved in the corner. Out of bounds off Peterson. Keep it with Reidsville. Good play by Harrison. Trapped in the corner. Bounced it off Peterson's chest. And an inbound for the Rams. J9 to inbound just off the corner near side. Look for the alley-oop to Kentre. Instead, we'll go back to the perimeter. Neal in the corner. Christian Scales, long three. Off the iron. Skying and knocking it with one hand is Neal into the hands of Harrison on the rebound attempt, but it'll go out of bounds off the hands of Harrison. Morehead basketball. Roy Thompson to inbound. Near side, trapped in the corner.
Oh.
It's stolen. Neal right to the cup with two hands. And one. You can see that one coming from a mile away. 17 for Neal.
You got Brian Gwynn checking in for Kendre.
So Neal to the line with 17.
You know what's scary?
Gets the free throw.
This is not Reidsville at full speed.
Woods trapped in the corner. Scales in Jones. Ball's loose. Picked up by Jones in the corner. On their side of the floor. Tries to pass it to Scales. Instead, the pass goes out of bounds. So Morehead regains possession. Inbound on the baseline. Right side of the hoop for the Panthers. Gets it into Peterson. Up the floor, left to right. Blocked by Neal. And the pass attempt in the air. Picked up by Thomas, though. Near side corner. Tavion Peterson on the feed from Thomas. In and out. Rebound for a battle for Jones. And Thomas goes out of bounds off the hands of Thomas. Reidsville ball right to left. 2:48 to play here in the third. 60-28 Reidsville. Far side pass from J9 to Scales. Now far side back to J9. Looks for the crossover on Corum. Now steps all the way back to the scorer's table on the far side. Crossover move. Corum's right there defensively. Looks outside. Now driving is J9 with one hand.
You know,
several times tonight.
Sometimes I don't know which one's his strong hand. He looks so good with his left hand, but he can do the same thing with his right.
Far side for Corum.
Which I know he's a right-handed shooter, but still, he looks good either way.
Left to right, Woods on the far side wing for Corum. Off the M logo. Now at midcourt for Tavion Peterson. Left to right for the Panthers. 2:05 to play here in the third. Nice drive by Thomas with one hand. Gets the friendly hometown roll. He's got 11. 62-30. Rams look to respond. Far side. High pass to J9. Looks to the free throw line for Jones, who draws another foul. On his way to the basket.
You've got to reward him. Get Cam Jones some points. I mean, he's doing the dirty work.
How about them shoes, though, partner?
Oh, I love them. Love them.
Got the lime green bottom part of the shoes. Some sky blue, some pink in there, some orange in there.
All right, Cam.
Misses the first.
Bend your knees. That's all you got to do. It's an art to this. It's an art to free throws. Bend your knees.
No bend to the knees there, but he gets the free throw.
Still got it.
I might need to tell him that after the game, partner.
I'll let him know.
4 points for Jones.
He'll probably just look at me and smile like he did last time.
63-30. Reidsville. Corum inbounds. Jaquez Tynes in for the Rams. Thomas near side. No coverage. Gets past midcourt into the lane with 2 hands. The foul will put him at the free throw line. Five team fouls for the Panthers, 2 for the Rams here in the third. First one's good for Thomas, 12 points. Second one is good. Nothing but net for Thomas, who's got 13. Far side for J9 on the inbound after the free throws. 1:32 to play in the third. 63-32 Reidsville here on senior night at Morehead High School. Free throw line drive, two-handed pass to Gwynn. Oh, can't get the layup, but gets the putback with one hand. Brian Gwynn, 65-32. Far side for Thomas. What a drive to the lane. Gwynn will draw the foul. Thomas back to the free throw line.
I'd say, the last time we talked to Coach Ross, and I know my facial expression, I didn't hide it at all. He was talking about how Brian Gwynn, he was development. One of the great development, guys on the team. I remember the words he said. He said, when Brian Gwynn come on the basketball team, he said, man, he couldn't even walk.
It's a great story for Gwynn.
And you look at him now, and I could probably look at Coach Ross and be like, man, you're lying to me. He's a good basketball player.
Second free throw is good. If I remember right, if memory serves me right, he didn't start playing basketball until he was a junior.
Wow.
Far side for Neal. A foul. I think I remember him saying that on RoCo Radio on Friday during his senior interview.
And he is a good basketball player.
Really is.
He really is. That is no exaggeration. He is a good basketball player.
Fundamentally sound. The key thing for him is maybe better than anybody is he understands where he is on the floor.
He does, for sure.
Neal at the free throw line with the bonus. Gets the first. Neal back to the stripe. For number 2, in and out. Rebound to Peterson on the box out. Love Brown. Webb takes it for Morehead, left to right. 50 seconds remaining here in the third. Far side corner. Thomas works his way from the wing. Galloway with the coverage. Back out for Webb. Webb from the wing into the corner. Corum 3. Kisses the front iron into the hands of Deontay Neal. Darnier at midcourt. Right to the bucket with the underhand layup. 21 for Deontay Neal. And 25 seconds remaining here in the third. Handoff from Webb to Corum. Top of the key, Thomas in the lane. He'll head back to the line again. Tynes, his foul is on Tynes. Savion Johnson set to check in for the Rams. Free throw is good for Thomas. Gonzalo Soto is also in for Morehead. Second free throw for Thomas is good. He's got 17. 68-36 Reidsville. 15 seconds remaining here in the third. Right to left. Neal covered by 2. Gets past Peterson. Now Webb picks up the defense. Middle of the lane with one hand.
That
for
is
Neal.
absolutely ridiculous.
23 points for Neal. The horn will sound as we head to the fourth, 70-36. Turning it up a notch are the Rams in the third. They went from 42 points to 70 points. 28 points scored in that third quarter. Meanwhile, Morehead goes from 21 to 36 as we head to the final frame here at Morehead High School. Our second to last regular season broadcast.
And there goes the Goats. It's past Jimmy Teague's bedtime, man. It's 9 o'clock. He's got to get some sleep. Get that old man home.
Heck, Coach Teague's bedtime, too. I mean, he's got to go to school in the
I
morning.
got to message Eric Teague, man. Get your pops home. It's past his bedtime. Might have to. I guarantee you this. Teague, he's got him a lazy boy. He's got to have a lazy boy. He's going home. I don't know. Probably maybe turn it on some reruns on TV Land and Andy Griffith. Get him a bag of maybe some extra buttered popcorn.
Are you describing what Coach Teague is going to do or what Jay Ramey does?
Oh, Lord. Jay Ramey, he's at home watching Nickelodeon right now. That's what he's doing.
Fourth quarter, 70-36, Reidsville over Morehead. Put 8 minutes on the clock. At the end of three, Phoenix down 40-38 against North Forsyth, who have yet to win in conference this year. Driving the lane is Neal. Look for the lob to Kendre. Kendre has mastered knocking it off the defender on the baseline to maintain possession. He's done about 7 times tonight.
He has.
Bounce pass J9 to Jones in the corner. Top of the key, Neal. Now turnaround jumper for J9 in the paint. Doesn't fall. Rebounded put back for Jones. Is short as well. Rebound into the hands of Thomas. Out of bounds on the baseline. Reidsville ball.
And just when you think Morehead's about to get this basketball and go the other way, here comes Cam Jones. Ripping it out.
Thomas with the inbound. Right side of the hoop on the baseline. To Webb, covered by Neal. A baptism by fire. Webb being covered by Neal. Past the timeline. Stolen. Pick of your pocket. Mr. Deontay Neal with the reverse lay-in. He's got 25. Peterson, near side wing. Back to Webb. Hands in the air for Neal. Far side Perez. Now Soto for three. Got it.
Here we go.
Gonzalo Soto. 72-39. Far side wing. Thinking about his scales. Now passes in the corner near side three. Deontay Neal.
Answers right back.
28 for the junior. 75-39. Soto gets it on the far side wing. A three the last possession for Morehead. Covered by Neal as well as Scales. And a timeout from Coach Damian Price. With 6:36 to play in the fourth. I thought we'd get a timeout. I thought that's what the signal was. No. The official pointed to the bench. All right, Perez to inbound at the scorer's table. Gets it into Webb. Left to right for the Panthers. Down 75-39. Slipping on the floor is Webb. Ball is picked up. And a bounce pass from Neal to J9, who was fouled on the lay-in.
I mean, you can't hang your hat on Zach Webb, man. He looks good.
He does look good.
As a freshman.
That, like I said, though, baptism by fire.
I mean, you can't.
You're not going to face anybody tougher.
You're talking about the best point guard in the state, if not the whole country, and he's going up against him as a freshman.
J9 gets the free throw. There's a reason Coach Price has him in there, and he has for a good amount of time tonight.
That's only going to make him better. When he sees he's not, like you said, he's not going to see any better competition than that. Going up against one-on-one.
Second free throw is good for J9. 14 for him. Let's go see Kendre talk him up as well. Webb while the free throw was being shot by J9. Webb covered by J9. Near side wing. Spins on the pivot foot. Can't leave it, so he wings a pass inside. And a 2-point shot for Tavion Peterson on the turnaround.
Good.
What a pass.
Uh-oh, and a 3 by J9. Nope, that's off.
Rebound trying to get it is Peterson.
Whoa.
Goes into the Panther pit. That's that one of those one-handed passes. That looked like a Jay Williams.
Oh.
Jason Williams pass.
Oh, you talking about, which one are you talking about? You talking about the
Not
Duke?
Jay Williams, Jason Williams. That's
Jason Williams.
white chocolate.
Okay. All right.
One of those where he reared back his hand
I can,
and then whipped it in.
I can deal with that.
Nice pass by Webb. 77-41. Inbound for Reidsville. Brown into Tynes. Ingram now gets it to Brown for 3. Rebound Ingram in the paint, a foul.
Whoa.
On Reidsville. So here comes the inbound for Jackson Travis. 5:49 to play. 77-41 in favor of the Rams. Gonzalo Soto handles the basketball for the Panthers. Right side wing to the left side for Peterson. Bounce pass top of the key, back to Peterson. Martin back in for the Panthers. Near side Perez. 3 for Peterson is good.
There you go.
Good little fourth quarter for Peterson. He has 7. 5 of those coming here in the fourth. Far side for Galloway, now for the Rams, moving right to left. Brown, top of the key, back to Galloway. Pumps, now drives to the elbow with the jumper, and the ball gets stuck in between the rim and the glass.
Kendra. Oh, well, okay.
Not Jackson Travis, guys, to knock it out of there.
There
We
we go.
don't need 6'8" Kendra. We got Jackson Travis in the house. Knocks it out, and now he'll inbound on the baseline. In the corner. Far side. One-handed pass to Peterson. Covered by Johnson. Up the floor for Peterson into the lane with a foul. Now, Galloway did go to the concession stand.
Yeah,
he went way out of there.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Yeah, he's back. All
He's
right.
empty-handed. He didn't.
Where's the Snickers bar?
He had a debit card.
Hey, that's what
He had a
that's what
debit card.
happens.
He didn't have cash.
When I told you.
I try to tell these guys.
In the corner, Peterson 3 in and out, rebound at Tynes. Tynes to Galloway. 4:55 to play here in the fourth. Near side for Brown on the wing. Covered by Martin. Back in the hands of Galloway. One-handed pass. Brown 3. Way long and out of bounds. So I told my partner at halftime, yeah, they take card. I got a Pepsi here once. He goes down there. I see him come back and with nothing in his hand. I knew I was in trouble.
This man he just bold-faced lied to me. Here I am. I'm begging for a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, and they got him, and it's at the grass.
Oh no!
And what does he do? He pulls a Kendra Harrison and blocks my stuff all the way to the other end again.
Long 3 is errant. It goes to Galloway. 2-on-1, but goes out of bounds.
First Coach Spinks, and now you. What are we doing? I guess it's just not in my cards to get a Chick-fil-A sandwich.
Partner, though, if it's a 98-point ball game, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to be a coach that stops 2 points, though. I can promise you that. I might lie to you, but never do that. Peterson passes in the far side corner. Here's a 3 off the front iron, tipped in the hands of Brown. Up the floor. Brown into the lane and blocked by Peterson. Other way for Travis. Bumped as he heads to the lane. He'll head to the line for 2.
Here I am, man. I'm going in for layups, trying to cut the lead down, and I'm getting blocked by you and Coach Spinks.
Hey, I know you wanted that Chick-fil-A.
Dude.
I swore I bought a Pepsi Zero here with a card. It must have been one time in the last 365 days that I actually had cash in my pocket.
I went over. My cousin, she works for Morehead. She's the part of the health side of things. I think the nursing side of things. And I asked her, I'm like, I thought y'all took debit card. She says, we do for football. She says, and she's also the president of the MHS Touchdown Club. And said, we do for football, but it's out of my jurisdiction for basketball. I said, what do you bring? When you got family here, hey, show me some love. What are you doing?
You mean she couldn't go back there and grab you a Chick-fil-A sandwich?
She wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do it.
Don't blame her on that.
I don't know. Hey, tell me about it. Upset me. I about started crying. What am I supposed to do?
Fourth quarter, 77-44 Reidsville, with Jackson Travis of Morehead at the line.
And Coach Ross is fired up. Look at him. Watch him.
He is.
He is antsy.
Animated.
He does not stay in one place at one time. He's constantly up, moving around, and he's got, 30-point lead.
You know, you see him on the court. I have a hard time picturing the man just enjoying a meal and sitting down. He's always so animated and moving.
We'll have to ask him about that.
Oh.
Do you actually sit down to enjoy a meal?
Have we
Or
actually
are
seen
you-
him
are-
sit down during a game? I don't think so.
No, not really. He has at
Maybe
spurts.
for like
At
30
s-
seconds.
Like 30, more like 10.
Yeah.
You kidding me?
He's got his hands crossed. He's animated. I love it. Ingram gets the basketball.
I bet he eats standing up.
Drives to the lane. Ooh,
Oh, good.
nice hesitation layup.
Whoa, Jim Sands. Don't get knocked down. There you go.
Good air traffic control down there by Mr.
He's
Sands.
controlling stuff down there with his Tar Heel gear on. I like it.
77-45. Reidsville with the inbound.
Jim
3:35?
Belichick Sands. My man.
Brown goes right inside to Johnson and a foul.
I think,
They tried to force that to the cup.
partner, I think Rocky got knocked out early.
Oh, Rocky's
He's
sitting down, gloves are off.
His gloves are off. Somebody get that man a water bottle. He didn't last one round. It was done.
Soto pass the timeline for Morehead into the hands of Perez. Covered by Smith. Johnson, far side wing. Martin now goes to the corner to Soto. Soto with the pump fake. Covered by Brown. Looking on the handoff to Perez. Goes inside. The ball is knocked loose. Picked up top of the key. Far side three is knocked away by Ingram.
Oh, no. Now he's putting his hood over his head.
Oh, do you blame him?
Yeah. Heck,
Ding, ding, ding.
Rocky's got to go home and do his homework. It's over.
Webb inbounds to Dillard. Quick three. Doesn't fall. Rebounded Tynes at the free throw line. Up the floor, right to left. Brown sits here on the corner with the dribble. Now works his way darn near top of the key. Stops at the wing here at the M logo on the left side of the floor. To Smith. Now back to Brown. Bounce pass inside on the baseline for Tynes with two hands. Gets his own rebound and draws the foul on the second attempt. Phoenix down 52-44.
Look. Watch Coach Ross. Watch him. Watch. Look at him.
He's pacing.
It's like he's hunting somebody. He's just he's just staring a hole through somebody. Look at him.
Well, that's how you only have, I think, 17 losses over the last 6 seasons.
I like it. Look, don't get me wrong. I like how animated he is, man. He's coaching till the whistle blows. That's it. And who is he looking at?
Second one is off the heel rebound. Ingram tries to go to the basket, draws a foul, helped up by his teammates to the free throw line. He's probably thinking about 3 possessions ago where something happened the way it shouldn't. You know, I'm thinking.
So do you think when he goes, all right, so what do you think? What do you think, Coach Ross? All right, say, for instance, we'll give an example. You know, he goes to Subway. Do you think he's lighting those people up at the other side of the counter?
No.
For getting something wrong on his.
No,
come on now. You don't think he's not intense? You don't think you don't get intense, really intense?
Nah, I think it's the basketball court that brings that out.
Well, we might
Maybe
have
the
to,
courtroom.
We might have to ask him that question too.
Both free throws for Ingram's good.
And if he says one time, absolutely, I'll light them Subway people up. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I told you so.
Near side wing for Perez. Off the elbow, outside.
Oh!
Long web three. Just misses. Rebound to Johnson. Savion hands it off to Brown. Near side, Trayshawn Brown. Crossover move on Webb into the corner for Ingram, who drives that baseline with a nice underhand handoff to Tynes. He's heading to the line. The big man does it again.
Look, I've got to keep my audience laughing. You know they've got to be laughing about this. Could you picture him, though? He sits there and, you know, he's asking for a chicken teriyaki on flatbread. And,
listen,
you know, he doesn't like mayonnaise, so they put mayonnaise on it anyway. And then he just crosses his arms and he goes absolutely ballistic.
Coach Ross has taste. He ain't using flatbread. Come on.
I like flatbread.
I know. That's what. There's something wrong with you.
No, I'm telling you, a chicken teriyaki. Look, don't change the subject. We're still talking about Coach Ross here. Don't change the subject.
Out for Travis inside, 81-45, Reidsville, 2 minutes to play. Webb in the corner. Here's a drive by Martin with the one-hander. The floater won't fall. Tynes with a rebound. He's played great here in the fourth. Up the floor, Brown to Savion with two hands. Johnson's shot doesn't fall. Smith gets a rebound. Reverse layup, no. Savion Johnson, another opportunity. Ripping it in is Tynes after the offensive board. 83-45 in the corner. Soto covered by Tynes and Brown. It goes out of bounds in the hands of Skylar Perez. On the bench.
So you got night and day right here. You got Coach Ross, he's intensity. You got my man, Damian Price, my coach right over here. It's like, man, just give me the sub. I don't care what's on. Take whatever.
Our side, Dillard, three after the crossover. Doesn't fall. Rebound to Smith. Smith bounce pass to Brown, far side wing. As we discover whether we'll grab meatball or teriyaki after the game. Driving the lane with one hand. No good for Brown, out of bounds. I am a teriyaki. I do like chicken teriyaki.
Chicken teriyaki is the bomb. I'm telling you, dude. So I get it on flatbread chicken teriyaki. Oh, here's the alley. Oh.
Inbound to Ingram with two hands. Can't get it to fall. Gets his own rebound.
There he goes.
Behind the basket, back to the basket, readjusts.
So chicken teriyaki on flatbread. I get honey mustard, mayonnaise, tomato, pickles, banana peppers.
That's a huge no for me.
Oh, come on.
Savion with the rebound. Chicken teriyaki, sweet onion teriyaki sauce. Peppers, onions.
Well, remind me not to take you to Subway. I don't want you pulling a Coach Ross and start crossing your arms and getting teed up.
How dare you put mayo on my sandwich?
Getting teed up in Subway. I can see the ref that we always talk about, too, in there. He's teeing you up the whole time.
Free throw is good for Brown.
And they kick you out of Subway.
Calm, cool, and collected until you put mayo on my sandwich.
And then Sam
we're
Page
not friends.
Gives you a personal call. What are you doing, my friend?
Second free throw for Brown is good. As we wind down this senior night, Soto 3 hits rim and rebound by Brown. Push it up the floor. Smith.
Oh, here we
hits
go.
A three. Ooh. Got the crowd, the bench up for Reidsville. Tynes is still battling at the horn. Won't get the bucket, but Reidsville picks up the win. 87-45 to move to 23-0 to finalize this regular season. They move to 12-0 in the Mid-State 2A Conference. For the Panthers, they fall to 10-13. And 6-5 in the Mid-State 2A. They have one more game left on the slate. They'll travel to take on the Wolfpack, number 15 in the RPI. Last time they faced each other was on Friday, a 73-60 win in overtime for Walkertown. So that'll be their last matchup of the season. We'll return to the air one last time in the regular season on Friday. Valentine's Day with my partner, David Woods.
Oh, my. Don't make it weird.
Right.
Don't make it weird.
Rockingham County and Atkins. Last time the Cougars faced Atkins, it was a career high for Dynamite. He had 41 against Atkins in their first meeting.
What is this? Coach Ross taking a picture?
Coach Ross taking a team photo at the end of the regular season. Look, he's even
flipping
barking
out.
in. He's even barking in to take a
you
photo.
can't tell me he doesn't go into a restaurant and starts flipping. You can't tell me he does not.
Oh, and then
Taking a picture on his cell phone, and he starts flipping out.
hey, put a peace finger up. Maybe we'll be in the photo. Photo bomb. Can we get the photo bomb on the end of the regular season photo for the Reidsville Rams? Hey, he's still getting directions in there. He got the photo. I don't know if David Woods was photobombed in it.
Hey, I got my thumbs up. That's the main thing. Well,
87-45 final. Like I was mentioning, will be for Rockingham County and Atkins. Right now, the Lady Cougars, the number 2 seed, heading into the Mid-State 3A Conference Tournament with 2 more games. With 2 more games left because Rockingham County taking on Northeast Guilford tomorrow night on the road. And looking for that first over 500 regular season in quite some time for the Rockingham County Cougar boys at the end of the year as well.
oh, man, it's going to be fun to watch, too, getting to see Dynamite Johnson.
Like I said, 41 points against Atkins the first time. Can he overdo that?
Senior night? Oh, yeah. I think so. I think so.
So join us on the air if you can't make it to Rockingham County High School for our finale in the regular season. And we'll be back on the airwaves for conference tournament action across Guilford County, Rockingham County, wherever we end up, we'll be there for our conference tournaments. Oh, here comes Coach Ross up for the interview. Love to see it. All right.
All right, we're going to mess with him a little bit. You know we got to mess with him. You better ask him a question.
Coach Ross
What's
joins
up,
us
Coach?
here
How you doing?
on the postgame show. Final score, 87-45. Coach, great first half. It really set the tone for you guys.
Yeah, we came out in warm-ups a little sluggish. I think their senior night kind of threw us off our rhythm. But once we got it going on the defensive end, it was all wheels forward.
That transition game starts with the defense, and in the second quarter, that's where it really picked up. And we say it all the time. It's going to be hard to beat you guys if you're in your transition game because of your defense.
We like to apply pressure, and our rival out there in the East is Farmville Central, and we watched them for a few years run that 2-2-1 zone, and we picked it up. We mimicked them, and I think we have it down to an art now. So our ball pressure creates offense. A lot of teams try to play these vanilla zones on us, so we can't really run sets. So we try to turn up the pressure on defense to get out in transition.
Coach, you've coached a lot of minutes over the last 6 years just as the varsity head coach. Have you ever taken a minute off? Because even at the end of the game, you're coaching your guys. We love seeing it.
I don't. The guys who are in the game at the end, they'll play a lot for us next year.
Right.
So we got to coach them up and get them ready for next year and the playoffs. Just going back to last year in the playoffs, we had a couple of games where a couple of our starters, Deontay, J9, got in foul trouble. So we have to get that rotation now so these guys are used to playing.
Let's talk about those guys real quick, and then I'll let you get to it.
Go ahead.
You talk about Brian Gwynn and Frankie Galloway. For me specifically, those are the 2 guys depth-wise that have really stepped up here in the second half of the season.
Yeah, Brian, we trust both of those guys when they come into the game. Early on, Frankie was a little shaky for us, but he's got his feet wet. He got his legs under him now. Brian has always been with us since the beginning of the season. So that's one solid big. We got to go down low and one guard in the rotation that we can count on.
I want to ask you about some of the interior guys as well for your second unit here. I thought Jaquez Tynes played really well today.
Jaquez Tynes, he doesn't realize the potential he has and how good he can be. He's just a sophomore, 6'3", 260 pounds. We're trying to get some of that baby fat off of him because he's still a mama's boy. So we're still trying to work on him with that. But once he gets his footwork together and gets ready for the speed of a varsity game, I think he's going to be fantastic for us his junior and senior year.
All right, Coach. So I photobombed your photo when you was taking pictures right there. So I threw my, deuces up for you.
I got you.
All right. So another thing too, I like to cut up and mess around. So we were talking about, how you get so animated and stuff like that. So if you go to a restaurant, somebody messes up your order, do you flip out on them too?
Oh no!
I told you.
No, I don't. I try to get. I think a team feeds off the energy of the coach.
1,000%.
You know I had to mess
So
with you.
yeah, I know you did, but I try to say animate it in a coaching perspective.
Absolutely.
And I think they feed off of that. If I'm over there, one game I had Cam Jones say to me, "You all right, coach?" Yes, sir, I'm all right. So once the game goes up, I try to get into it and act like I'm in the game with them.
Absolutely.
We would
love it.
We would love one game to be able to get a heart monitor on you to see how much that heart races. But it's a key point that you make. You only have a certain amount of minutes to coach these guys. You've got to take advantage of every single opportunity you have, and that's how it shows up on the floor. They expect you to do that.
That's exactly right. And Morehead's well coached. They're a little down this year, but they have great coaching staff. But I try to tell my guys, every opportunity on the court, we have an opportunity to get better. And even though you're up 30, 35 points, you still have to work at your craft to make sure you're getting better. So the little things, people say, well, you're pressing up 25. Well, that's what we do. So we have to do, even when the second group comes in, we're going to stay with what we do because that's how we play. So if someone in our second group comes in, then they have to be used to playing in that pressing system with the first group.
How much of that is process-oriented? I know that's something that's very important to you. You always follow the process.
Exactly. Everything we do is a process, from wearing jumpsuits together as a team, where we eat at, how we pray. Everything's a process, and we try to mimic everything every game to make sure we're going through our normal ritual of what we're doing, and it's paying great dividends for us. We're 23-0 now. We haven't lost a conference game in 3 years, I don't believe. I think we're 39-0 in the conference now. So we're just looking forward to next week at Andrews. I talked to Walkertown's coach today. He told us he got something new for us, so we're going to see what they got. So we're looking forward to the conference tournament.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations
I appreciate you all.
on a great season.
Thank you.
And we look forward to following you in the conference tournament and the playoffs.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate y'all.
That's
Thank
head
you,
coach Jason Ross here on your post-game show. Final score 87-45 here on RoCo Radio. That will do it here for our broadcast on this beautiful Wednesday.
Before we end it off, I think he told you one right there. I think he really does flip out.
He said no. He said no.
I love messing with him, man. Look, he's a great dude. We love him to death. We love all these coaches in Rockingham County, man. We got to give him a hard time sometime. That's what we do.
Did you see the look he had on his face?
Yeah, he laughed. As long as I got him to laugh, that's all that matters.
Final score here, 87-45. Thanks for listening in on this beautiful Wednesday. We'll be back on Friday here on RoCo Radio. Take care, everybody.
Thanks for listening to RoCo Radio's coverage of local high school basketball. To find out where we will be next, make sure you head on over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Radio Rockingham, where you can find this ball game as well as our schedule for what's coming up. You can also download our podcast of our games by heading to Spotify and searching for RoCo Radio, or on Apple Podcasts, and also find our game archives on YouTube by searching for RoCo Radio. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Penrose Car Wash at 1509 South Scales in Reidsville has been serving the Reidsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Penrose Car Wash, open 24/7, and find us on Facebook. Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 3 years in a row. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Cooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Morehead at 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Cooler Ice dispenser at Schul's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reidsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reidsville at 1509 South Scale Street, or Two Rivers Plaza in Eden at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Cooler Ice, great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. At Cooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your Niece's Sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. High school basketball coverage on RoCo Radio is brought to you by Two Rivers Plaza. Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today at Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split, or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, the chuck wagon, and so much more at Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout. High school basketball on RoCo Radio is made possible thanks to Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987, providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey when greater comfort and rapid response matter most. Make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local basketball teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Local basketball coverage is also made possible thanks to our friends at Rockingham Update, the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion and broadcast, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. Providing digital community news on all platforms since 2007, RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. Thanks for listening to local basketball coverage on RoCo Radio, your home for local sports and all the hits. Make sure you tune in 24/7, RoCoRadio.com for great music, news, local weather, and so much more at RoCoRadio.com.